Cool.
You're alive, dude.
Here we go. Oh, it didn't start. Let me try that again.
Somebody's weird.
Which seems to be the state of Iran. Land of confusion.
That sounds gay.
I like the video. I like the video.
I've always been a good fan of Genesis.
Yep.
With and without Peter
It
Gabriel.
sounds like a wannabe Genesis.
No, this is Genesis.
Hey, Mark Eddy.
After Pete, this is the first album after Pete left.
This is Mark Eddy singing Genesis.
Mark Eddy, hey man.
With Heidi as backup. I can see it back in. Oh wait, you can't see me. I'm just bad.
This is the world we live
It's amazing how this song made 40 some years ago is relevant even today.
in.
So Josh said, "Is this the Gay News Network now?" Whoa, that was rough, Josh. Oh wait, that was when you said I got sound on.
Losing control by the hour. This is the time. This is the place. So we're for the future. But there's not much love to go around. Tell me why this is a land of confusion. This is the world we live in. And these are the hands we give up. You never let's stop trying to make it a place worth living in.
Oh, it's definitely the happy version.
When the sun is shining,
Oh,
and the stars are bright,
you want me to play promos after this?
No promos.
Oh, no promos? Okay.
so long ago.
I do have a Michelle Obama
Why don't you
Instagram
pay,
to do as
why
well.
don't you pay
She said,
Nathan?
What's that?
Why don't you play Nathan?
Nathan.
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Oh, go ahead. That's better. That's better.
Oh,
Way better.
never mind.
Tonight, my generation will put it right. We're not just making promises, but we know we'll never be too many men. There's too many people making too many problems.
Hey, Kara. Good to see you, honey.
Go round. Can't you see this is a land of confusion? Well, this is the world we live in, and these are the hands we give up. You never let's stop trying to make it a place worth fighting for. This is the world we live in, and these are the names we give up. Stand up and let's start showing just where our lives are going to.
Doom, doom, doom. All right, get that off my screen, man. Yeah, I forgot about this song. I had to play this again. I love this.
Oh,
Look at Jay go, man.
I think we're gonna get him.
Blow the living shit. Blow the living shit out of fire.
Bluey. It's gonna be a glass. They sit on sand. What happened to the audio there? Oh, it's fading out.
And we done bombed Iran and bombed Iran some more and bombed Iran some more until they finally said, please open the straits. We can't take it anymore. Don't bomb Iran no more, please. It's well, it's a half-assed official thing. They tried to get hold to the president today. Two of their dictator people came out and said that they're at the end. There's nothing with the strait being closed. There's no money. There's nothing coming into the country. There's no weapons. There's just nothing.
Do you believe him?
I believe him because they're not blowing nothing up.
But there was a shipment that did somehow get through, allegedly this afternoon or yesterday, that had weapons on it, but they don't know who it came from yet.
No, I find that hard to believe since every port's closed.
Well, so they don't know. I don't know exactly any more than that. It was, I think they said it sometime this afternoon, and I haven't heard anything yet. So it may have just been
because I know
a rumor, but there's that.
Yeah, well, definitely it was definitely one of Iran officials today was saying they're done. They're done.
Oh yeah,
and it's worse than that. Xi Jinping said he's done. So she came out and said, put this in perspective real quick. First off, the economy report came out for the United States. It was really good. Jobs was good. Everything was good. The only thing that's high, that's not going down, is gasoline, and even it's going down a little bit.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
Not where I'm at.
Food and everything else is going down now. And they proved a point. One of the guys was talking about what the cost of 4th of July barbecue is going to be this year versus last year. And one of the big chain owners had said probably about 20% than it was last year. And he said it was also down 14% last year. He said, so
what was the price? 25, 30 bucks?
Oh, so he went back to 2 years ago. It was $50 for, I think it was like 5 people or 6 people or something. So it's like $26 or $28 now. So it's a good drop.
It's not too bad. I mean, $30 is, if you go to McDonald's, you can spend $30 on one person.
Well, I seen KFC today put out a new thing, slashing their prices. See what's happening.
Good. I mean,
well, because we've been getting artificially inflated lately.
And those foods aren't worth it. I mean, I remember paying for a Big Mac, large fries, and large soda in the mid 80s, 84, 85, 86, $4.20 after tax. So it's like $3.99. And
well,
like $4.25.
Speaking of McDonald's, today I got a 10-piece chicken McNugget meal, large size, with 2 iced teas. $14.68.
And see, they rip you off on that. My son taught me this lesson. So you get the 2 10 pieces cheaper than you get the 1 10 piece. It's some shit, actually. Yeah, it is. My son.
Yeah, and also on the same token, if you buy the 2 10 pieces, it's cheaper than buying the 20-piece box.
It's a game. You got to watch.
It's so stupid.
We got so good with the cards for lunch that we at least one day a week we were eating free with somebody, or usually more than that. About 2 days we were eating free with somebody. So,
and also trust me, Sean, on the nugget realm, if you knew what they made them with, you would probably never eat them again.
Well,
Probably
depends
not.
on the company. It depends
Yeah.
on the company. Different
Our
companies
nuggets
use
are
different
good.
things.
Our
And that's
nuggets
another
are good.
thing. When you go to McDonald's or Burger King or anybody here that has chicken nuggets
Oh,
and
where'd the
fingers,
food porn sign go?
it's
Damn it!
two. No, it's gone. It's two different things. Nuggets are extruded bullshit left over, either white or dark,
Yeah.
or sometimes both. But tenders by law have to be real chicken. Have to be real chicken breast, actually. So you can't really get around that way.
Well,
Yeah,
you
but
know
nuggets aren't
what,
tenders,
Joe?
though.
Joe,
Uh,
no, but listen to this. Like we pack chicken at work, and they got some breasts that are bigger than Dolly Parton's breast.
oh
And
yeah,
they
you get some
shoot
videos
them.
coming out.
They shoot them with 15% water solutions, saline solution,
See, what's
whatever it
weird to
is.
me is when I was growing up, chickens always had big breasts, big thighs, big legs, and then all of a sudden they had, I guess because we were mass producing in these restaurants, they got real small.
Well,
Just like today, I ordered chicken from the crispy place. Good, they got good chicken. Man, it comes in the legs big and plump.
I don't
Thighs
think it's
big
the
and plump.
restaurants that's causing the shrinkage in the animal population. I think it's the growing methods, the way they pack them in those. If you see
No,
some of
see,
those,
I would agree, but I visited some. I don't think that's what it is at all. But
they're not all like that, but some of them are.
no, but most of them are like that. I noticed in Mississippi, they're very clean. Not just that, now they've made like the chicken stings where they can move. So they keep 2 acres where they got them, and they're eating bugs and they're eating the food, and then the whole building rolls to the next acre, and it allows that other time to dry out and clean out and replenish. And all
That's
that
what they
chicken
do.
manure, yeah, it's a thing now, and it works
Yeah, because
really well.
they'll trash the grass in a few weeks as soon as they come out.
Yeah. So, and then you got the ones like Sanderson Farm has they're 30 acres, got 1 million chickens in them. They're clean as hell. I mean, when you walk in, they don't even
They're
stink.
free
Which is,
range. They're free
they
range chickens. Yeah.
so it's weird the way they do it, but too many people have bitched now about, we want our food to be right. It's like when somebody tells me I'll pay more for organic. The first thing out of my mouth is why? Organic means you're not doing anything to it. You should pay fucking less for it, not more. I mean, what more on people? So when they say it's organic, that means it's grass fed. There's no chemicals. There's no nothing. There's no feed to offset the fats, natural meats, or vitamins. Because you always think everything's bad, but it's not. So one of the grains we used to feed our cows was a molasses, a grain mix. It was really good. It really made the meat have a little sweeter taste to it. It tenderized the meat. Plus, it was good for the cows. It kept them healthy and didn't give them too much marble. It was great stuff. But you're not getting that when you're range feeding. You're not getting the hormone shots. You're not getting the regular shots. You're not getting the vaccination to keep them safe from bugs and diseases. And you don't get any of that. So you should be paying way less actually for.
No, I agree. But you know what?
Americans are
This
stupid.
grass fed. Have you ever tried grass fed meat?
I don't like grass fed meat.
No. You know what? Honestly,
Josie, you gotta hold still in order to get a drink.
What the hell is that?
what the hell, Jay? What the hell's this, Jay?
You don't look so good. Poor guy's
Jay, what
drying
you got
out.
over
Free
there?
range salmon, best in the market.
Hey, look.
Somebody take
First
the thing
customer.
away from Jay.
What the hell you doing, brother?
What are you doing? Only selling the finest farm-raised salmon in the county, that's all.
Yeah, they're all free range. No nets, no cages. They can go wherever they want.
Plus, we have smoked salmon.
This is a golf course.
So what? We let him play through.
What's your beat?
Yeah, we're
Okay,
trying to
Jay's
save it
on
off.
crack, man.
Look, are you here to buy fish or are you just kicking the tires?
Jay's on crack.
Hey, do your job. Cart path only.
I'll car pack you, you liar.
It's the 5-0. Scram!
You again.
We were just talking about free range food, so I figured you'd see how that's a fresh raised, farm raised, free range salmon farm.
Smack him in the head. John said somebody needs to smack you in the head.
Yeah, you need smack, dude. That wasn't right.
He's on that
Oh,
crack
those guys
again.
are. If you haven't seen that movie, it is absolutely. It's only a minute of your time. It didn't hurt anybody, and they're funny. Those guys.
They
But the free range, you know what? Also, when we get our box beef and to cut it down, sometimes when we're doing rounds, top rounds or bottom rounds or tip rows, you see that we call it snot, okay? And that's where they shot the cow for their thing. It's like one big snot. Um, it's gross.
Yeah, I bet. So Jenny, the first time I ever seen a cow get slaughtered, they electrocuted it. The second time, somebody knocked it in the head, and then they came up with some kind of lethal injection, and then they switched over. Slaughterhouses started using it's a punch thing. It just punch them in the center of the brain.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That up here in Pennsylvania, they electrocute them. They knock them out, and then they get them. But if you go to a kill one, and who are they? Oh, the rabbis will come in and they hang them up live and they cut their throats.
That's halal.
Different. Yeah, it's
that's
halal.
Not, yeah, that's halal. That's
they
not
can
rabbis,
do that.
That's halal. Rabbis, they actually they come and have like a whole team that comes and actually cleans the animal before it is slaughtered.
I worked in one of them, and this Jewish guy came in. They hung the cow and they cut his throat. Yeah,
well, I've seen them do it with hogs before.
I don't thought that was halal. But with the kosher one, it's I don't know if they cut the throat or not. But there's a whole ritual where they actually like before they come to slaughter, they clean the whole animal. That much.
No, not this. Yeah. Not this cow, man.
That's kosher. That's kosher.
All this guy did, honestly, this rabbi.
What he's doing is called halal. Yeah, halal.
This guy said a little prayer. This guy said a little prayer. They hung him up. He said a prayer and he cut his throat. That's it.
Yep.
Y'all gonna make me have to put a warning label on this damn show.
Yeah.
Yes, Jack. Because we'll have to in case some children listen. By the way, before anybody writes to me bitches, it's actually more than R-rated. So people, when you look on our ratings on anywhere you look at us, it says adult rating, not meaning just R, it means adult rating. Most topics on this network are not for children under the age of 25. Let's just, a lot of topics on this network are for mature audiences. It's not because they're sexually related, it's because they're intense. Yeah, there's some intense shows. No, I mean, we can't stop you listening at any age, but it clearly tells you you're not supposed to be listening. Facebook and YouTube, it's 18 and over. No, somebody else is 21 and over. I think.
Where the hell do you get the age of 25 and under, Joe?
Me. That's the network says that. It's our suggested age listening group for this network, 25 and over. I've been doing this a long time, and I find that most people under the age of 25 really cannot grasp 90% of the topics that we're talking about. They just have a hard time with it. And I'm not talking about news. I'm talking about all the other esoteric topics we talk about.
That's one thing I've noticed throughout the years of talking to people on any kind of topic in this research, whether it's ghosts, cryptids, or UFOs, even like traditional, timeline Earth conspiracy theories. You can tell within a few sentences if they have enough knowledge to even talk to you. And I'm always in my inner dialogue. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, you're too stupid to talk to me. I have to try to find a way to get away from you. It's really sad that the people just, it really, I don't know if it's that they just can't grasp it or they don't try or they're just starting out, but sometimes they keep asking the same question, expecting you to change your opinion on it. And it's like, no.
Yeah. Nah. That happens at work.
Well, go ahead, because we got to backtrack. I forgot we were talking about something earlier, but go ahead.
What I do at work, is I don't even talk about the stuff that we do on our show. When I do my show on Sunday and Tuesday nights, I don't talk about what we talk about on Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, I heard you the other night talking about these people, man. I don't know.
What people?
I thought I was going to have to call Michelle on. You sounded pretty rough, man. I was like, damn, what's he talking about? It was like, whoa, man. I thought I was listening to some burlesque down in the French Quarter or something, man.
What the hell?
Was he talking about the pole dance people again?
No, it was way more risque than that. I was like, whoa, what the hell? Sean. I was waiting for Sean to put on some like little veils and stuff. I was like, uh-oh, man.
Man. What the hell did I
Oh.
say?
That's how I must get hold of the boss. Right? Let me call the boss.
What the hell did I say?
No, I'm just teasing you. Anyway, going all the way back to where we were supposed to start at. So Xi Jinping is in trouble. Trump warned him in his first term he was going to up him up, and he did. And then she got all uppity in this term, and Trump said, "No, we have the power, you don't." And of course, yet again, Trump has firmly put his foot firmly in Xi's asshole.
Yeah,
so she's all wiggling around.
Laces
in the chair
deep,
right now.
people. It's
Yes,
laces deep.
You know, he's got a pretty big foot, so I'm thinking, poor Xi.
Yeah.
So she's squirming at the moment, trying to figure out. So something she didn't count on was fucking Trump cutting his oil supply off. Just poof. It wasn't even.
One of the things he also did not count on was Donald Trump offering to reconnect the supply at our expense. You buy it from us.
Yes. Oh, and wait, and then he tells India, look, if you stay on India's ass, if you stay on China's ass, we'll allow you to buy oil from Russia again. Of course, which made Putin giddy like a schoolgirl. You just thought somebody was spanking his hiney.
He's running out of cash too.
He's seriously running out of cash. So, they got their little going on. But now, and it just tells you how stupid Democrats are. And by midterm, most of Americans will have caught up with this. Trump has changed the whole parameter of the world. And this brings us back to Xi. Xi said today, the power structure of the world is being removed from underneath us by Donald Trump. And so far, no one even is realizing what's going on. He said, by the time you catch up, he will have controlled everything.
I don't think he's canceled a lot of things. I think he's disrupted the power struggle, but I think he's also done what he said he was going to do in his first term globally, like drain the swamp. And you can see that with like Iran is literally drained of income and resources right now. They got nothing coming in. They got nothing going out. Their airports aren't even operational. You can't fly in or out of. If you're like a businessman, you can't leave to go to a business meeting in Europe.
Nobody wants to get on a train because every time somebody gets on a train, Israel blows the fucking thing up. So,
or we stop it. Yeah, somebody stops it.
Actually, no. Israel just blows the fucking thing up. Israel.
Do they really?
So Israel's got this thing now. So the U.S. blocked all the ports and is running air shot over the airspace because we don't want China dropping off.
Well, but before even blowing up all of their trains, they should have just blown off the exit points on all the train rails leaving the country. And
they're just having target practice now is what they're doing, trying out new weapons.
Yeah.
So
it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Israel's like, you're not getting anything out that you can use to blow up anywhere, and we're not letting anything in, and that's just the way it's going to be. And I know China's tried to slip something through 3 times now and gotten busted all 3 times.
Oh,
but
China
did it. China did it more on a down low though, because they gave them all the components, but not put together. Not even
right.
not
even all of them. Also, think of it like this: it's like rats in an infestation situation. If one or 2 or 3 got caught, 1 or 2 or 3 got through. Yeah, and I think that's kind of the problem. And it's not that big of an area, but we don't have that many ships to keep an eye on all things. And if
over in Iran, no, we know. So that's not even how this works. So this is how actually we pay attention to what's going on. First off, we're looking at everything from satellite. There ain't no fucking ships moving anywhere that we don't know where they're moving at. That's why when they dispatch them little jet boats they got, we find them so fast because the satellite, boom, picks them right the hell up. Once it moves, the satellite's got it. I don't know.
Trump is kind of implying somewhere along the lines of that they think something may have gotten through, but they're not.
As of today, Iran saying that there's nothing else they can do. So you've had 3 different leaders from the Iranian leadership in the last week come out and say, we're at an impasse. There's nothing we can do. And the one guy who was bitching, dictating everything said, there is no clear direction for our leadership anymore. So Trump's done too good of a job. There is no real government. They can't get a coalition together to form a single government anymore. And for even Israel and them are saying the same thing. It looks like it's a patchwork. They're trying to talk to each other to get something going. And no one really even thinks the Ayatollah is still alive anymore.
That I beg. I think I kind of agree with that because I mean, even if he were injured severely and had a part of a leg or a whole leg amputated, their culture is, 100% visual based. If they don't see him,
yeah, he can throw that clutch up nail. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
No, see, that's the thing. Nobody knows.
Without proof of life, it's all it is it's an open-ended whatever social media account that they have. It's the official Ayatollah platform. That's all we have, and that doesn't mean that's not proof of life. It's anybody, if they have the password, can get in there and hi, I'm the Ayatollah, and screw everybody. Doesn't mean a thing.
Jenny, the Ayatollah's person they just obliterated. I mean,
yeah,
they blew him up and half his family. And
what level is there? 45? Is it 45 or 65 people that were?
Oh yeah, and
first tier, second tier, third tier, fourth tier succession of control. They're all dead.
Oh no, Chris, we're not through with China yet. But what Jay was just saying is really everybody who was in line that really knew anything that was going on is now dead. Even a lot of their supreme commanders in the field are dead. Really, it's more like lackeys and shit like that. Half of these guys probably don't even know where to shoot.
They maybe have a few mobile missiles that got through as long as they haven't fired, we can't lay our track on them. So that being said, there may be one or two mobile vehicles with a few missiles left. There may be, I don't know, 200 or 300, maybe 1,000 IRGC or whatever troops they have. That's it. They've got absolutely zero to bargain with. They have no hostages to hold hostage, really. I mean, except for their own damn citizens. And if they start harming those people again, you guaranteed Trump is going to just neutron bomb the entire region.
Yeah, don't give him any ideas. Everybody already says he wants to use a nuke.
I think his
see, I'm going to
Joint
jump
Chiefs
in
maybe want to
here.
use the nuke, but he might want to go smart and use a neutron just to
Right.
obliterate
Wait a
the main
minute
popular
now.
centers.
Let me jump in on this. Y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, baby.
So
right.
if you drop a ballistic missile or you drop a neutron bomb, you're going to kill the civilians that you're trying to protect. But you're trying to protect. Why would you want to do it?
That's the control center. I mean, you just have to tell the people.
That's all you do is you just say, hey, look, we're going to nuke this area. It's going to be nuked on this day at this time. If you're here, you're going to die. Now, so far, America's kept its word on everything it's done over there. So if you said we're going to nuke it, pretty much we're going to nuke it. So if you're still there, you're fucking dead.
Bye-bye.
So
okay.
And odds are,
look at it like this one. I mean, I hate to say it, but I mean, and it comes out of Star Trek. But I think it's Sun Tzu's philosophy: the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. And the few in the cities and the population centers where the control is, where the 3 or 4 different groups that are trying to wrestle control of the government are, destroying those versus all the other cities that aren't going to be neutron bombed. I say 10,000 loss of a city, population loss of a city is not that big compared to obliterating the entire country.
There's no acceptable use of a nuclear weapon. Behave yourself, Doomsday. Sean, get the tranquilizer out.
I said neutron. Neutron bomb.
Hey, I know what a neutron bomb does. Thank you very much. It may not level nothing, but it sure should kill things.
Wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. Because the entrenched.
Jay's going to get. Jay, now calm down. He's going to get the tranquilizer. Anybody out there get one of them white jackets?
I've got tranquilizer in here. But the entrenched Iranian government and those guys are trying to roll. They're not going to leave the city because they think they're safe. They don't think we're going to throw off a nuke.
I think that's goose juice, man. Oh Lord, we do not endorse
Colombian.
We do not endorse what some of our hosts say.
Jay should put up one of those. He should put up one of those.
I'm gonna give his own fucking show, Doomsday Jay.
His own poll. His own poll saying. No polls.
Okay, anyway.
No,
Actually, we got a lot later on in the show.
Sean,
We got lots
poll?
of polls to talk about later on in the show. But anyway, we got to get back to
what's my poll, Sean?
I'm
You want
thinking
him to
about
pull. Oh man, wait! I heard something wrong there. I'm just ignore that. But anyway, getting back to Uncle She.
it.
You get your mind out of the gutter, sir.
So he's got his little thing all settled down. He don't know what to do. Now he's making Putin nervous because he's Putin's only business right now, and Putin's only way of getting particular things. Kim Jong-un said, if you feel the need that you need to desert, just commit suicide right there. Because if not, we're going to hunt you down and kill you. I guess some of his troops are looking at their Ukrainian life going, the fuck, man? What is that thing they got? Is that they're on it all the time? Like, what the fuck is it? And then somebody hands him a phone and said, this is the modern world, motherfucker. Come live with us. And can you imagine? Because North Korea, I mean, they don't have no fucking cell phones. They don't have anything. But right now, the way it stands, financially, she's in trouble. Europe's in trouble. America is somehow or another just steadily kicking people in the balls. And they're kicking them so hard. After I heard Ruti go, oh, well, if America leaves NATO, I'm moving to America. I was like, what the fuck, man? They should have told all of Europe right there, you better start applying for visas, motherfuckers. Oh, it is true, Jimmy. So Trump told the German chancellor today, if he don't get off his shit with Iran war, he's probably going to go ahead and take 5,000 troops this week. He's going to pull them right out of Germany. Currently, estimates are between 36 and 56,000 troops in Germany. And 3 bases, one which is a nuclear deterrent base. So we're talking about closing all 3 of them and removing all of our troops from there. Well, Germany's supposed to be the richest fucking country in the EU. Why ain't they fucking paying for their own shit? Why are we even got to pay? No last word, they're protecting their asses, and we got to pay for the fucking pleasure. No, Trump is right. Matter of fact, every American president for the last 30, 40 years, Barack said this. Ask him, he'll fucking tell you. He thought Europe and fucking Asia and everybody else should be paying their dues to NATO. Well, not Asia, it's not part of NATO, but still. No, we got some good polls later on. We got some good news for Trump. We got some bad news for Trump. We got some good news for Doomsday. We got some bad news for Doomsday. Yeah.
How about some bad news for Tehran? Should the capital of Tehran be nuked, neutron bombed, invaded by ground troops, or allowed to make their own nukes?
I say give him the coffee and let him make some nukes.
Oh
Give him a triple espresso and a nuclear bomb. See what happens.
Okay, I got to come out. Jay.
Oh, wait, you're coming out. Whoa. Let me make sure
I'm
I get the
coming
recorder
out
on.
here with this question.
Okay.
And it's not to be rude, but would you be happy if somebody launched a missile and hit something?
Well,
would you be happy? Seriously.
Write something.
No.
I wouldn't
that's what the whole point of this is to keep them from doing this and making a missile that can shoot out.
But the way you keep talking about it, it's like you want it to happen. It's like you sound like. I'm being honest with you, dude.
I don't, but do they deserve it if we do decide to do it? I mean, Trump's in charge, right? I have no control over what that man does. But if he decides to nuke, neutron, or invade, which one do they deserve? Any of them, or should they be allowed to continue just delaying the talks in furtherance of making their own enriched, or even just a few dirty bombs, if they even have the ability to
well, Iran's
rescue
goal
their
right
powder
now
from underneath that debris.
Well, Iran's goal right now is to try to hang on to America's midterms and hope that the power changes hands. Which
that's really the only, I think, hope for any of those countries right now. Yeah.
Okay, now for my Democratic friends, I know y'all been bugging us about polls, so we're not gonna really get into it much right now. So we're gonna come back. When we come back at the top of the next hour, we will. But so there's been some really strange polls afoot. There's been some not so good ones for Trump, but then all of a sudden there's been some demographics which have shifted towards Trump, which had shifted away from him. So there's been some movement, but this isn't what's important. You Democrats, friends of mine and cohorts, are throwing yourself against Trump. You dumb fuckers, you're not running against Trump. Trump's done. 2 years, he's out of here. He's going to go retire somewhere and laugh his nuts off.
Unless he comes back as J.D. Vance's or Marco Rubio's VP, which I kind of don't think it's going to happen, but I do predict it.
So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to predict.
He's not going to be president again. Yeah, he's done.
Condoleezza Rice said if Marco Rubio runs for president, she wants to be his VP. If that happens, buddy, it'll be a fucking landslide.
Well, but also it could put a target on his back.
Well, you don't even.
There are some people that want her to be president.
Yeah, and very big. So, in all fairness to Condoleezza, just like what was his name, Colin Powell. So they asked her first, actually, and she said, "No, I don't want to be a target." And Colin was asked at a Pentagon meeting, and he said, "I would love to be president." And he said the same thing. He said, "I would love to be president, but I don't want to be the first black president to be killed." And
I think his exact words. I don't want to be the first elected black president to be assassinated.
So actually, he actually worded it even differently like that. He didn't want to be the first sacrificial black president, is what it was.
Yeah,
and because he said no matter what, somebody was going to kill him. He could just feel it, and he might have been right. Now Barack, but Barack was half white, which I'm still confused about what the half white thing.
Barack, technically Kenyan.
Barack, whatever you were, we didn't really care then. We don't really care now.
Oh, good segue. Did you
care about Michael?
That video from Instagram that you sent me on that Mike did earlier.
Which one? Which one was it? Post it up.
Michelle saying, "I'm a black. That's a black man."
Oh yeah. So I've seen that before, and that is something we want to play tonight. So
all right, let me get it. And I have to restart it to the beginning. So let me pause. Let me turn my mic off.
If I remember correctly, she's with her brother on a podcast, their podcast, and this is what they're talking about. And it's the way she words it, the way she says it about being a proud black man. Now she's supposedly talking about. Well, I guess she was talking about her brother, which I didn't know he was that kind of guy, and I still don't. So it was. Well, there's actually 3 people involved in this conversation, but let Jay play.
Yeah, so I got to restart. You're gonna miss a little bit of it, but it's I think that it was on Jesse Waters' show on Fox. Is that
it was on Jesse Waters? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's what it was. No,
here we go. Let me see if my headphones can play it without me going over to that page.
Her big bro are talking trans this week on their podcast, and she's all in for they them.
Just so proud of how you are being a role model for dealing with a child that's transgender.
Absolutely.
And that's, that warms my heart, particularly as a black man. We've
sacrificed
over this.
Sean got it right up.
Michelle and her big bro are talking trans this week on their podcast, and she's all in for they them.
Now this clip is being
so
taken out of context.
Now wait a minute. Her and her brother are at the interview. It is which one's her brother? Was that her brother? Because clearly that person said, "As a black man."
She did. No, her brother on her podcast with her brother sits on the left-hand side of her.
But he's at this podcast. It's part of it.
Okay, well.
But she said, as a proud black man.
Yes,
talking to whoever she was talking.
And it's not the first time they has said that. Not the first time.
Sean, you got to find Nathan for us, man.
Who?
So,
Nathan W20.
Yeah, the son of a bitch song.
Oh,
we need that. We're not doing promos today. We might have some stuff on Facebook. Jimmy, it's one of those words slips up. It's like, how many times did Barack Obama say he was Muslim, or how many times did he say he was
Kenyan?
A lot. I mean, it's a lot. It's more. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. It's all over YouTube. It's still there. And this was before AI, so there was no AI going on. He just said a lot because for so many years he was using that lie that he was that. Yeah, he was telling people that. That's how he got to move up in his little career in Chicago. Oh, I'm a brother from Kenya. I had a white mom. She was Connecticut and Kenyan, Connecticut, white black boy, dating a guy. It is funny though when you see that picture of his friend Michael. I mean, he looks like Michelle. It's scarily, eerily weird like that.
Jay, Joe, what was his name again? I'm sorry, Nathan.
Oh, just type in "son of a bitch." That's the easiest way to do it.
Okay.
It's Nathaniel anyway. Yeah, I think it's Nathaniel anyway. But it's easier just to like, oh yeah, Jack. Later on the show, we're gonna play "Were You Born an Asshole?" But we're gonna play the Perfect Country and Western song because the guy who wrote it and
we're playing Foggy Mountain Breakdown again.
That take that job and shove it. He died at 86. Well, I think it was yesterday. So
that's not Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
Yeah. So we'll play a little tribute to him. No, for the other one is Edgar Allan Joe Coe or some shit. I never get his name right. He wrote the Perfect Country and Western song because he added the verse to it. I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison.
David Allan Coe.
David Allan Coe.
David Allan Coe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just sent it to Jay and I'm sending it to Joe.
Okay, well, Jay likes playing stuff anyway. And what else we need? We need what other one? We need one. We need. No, we're just discussing while we're live.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're gonna look and see. We might have some Facebook stuff when Jay's done with that. We'll see in a few minutes. But we still got a little while. We got to get a break. Well, you can listen to us on YouTube or Facebook.
Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. SOB is the name of. Hey Joe, it says official. We can't play it if it says official, right?
Yeah, they never given us in trouble before. All they'll do is make me take it off. They don't like it. It does. It's not like you know whose songs where they throw us off the air when we play them.
Who is that?
Jimmy, so if you play Metallica, it's not just Metallica, it's a couple of big bands.
It's a couple of them.
They shut Facebook and Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, but X. Facebook, X, and YouTube just throw you off.
Facebook is owned by X, isn't it? Sort of, kind of.
No, X is Elon Musk.
Instagram. No, Instagram is owned by Facebook. Yeah.
And so is whatever that other one's called.
So, are we ready for this one?
No, yeah, we still got some time, but
okay.
No, Jesse. So this is how this is going really quick. Putin has got his nuts in a swell because he's trying to start another invasion on the Ukraine. Meanwhile, some people from NATO have got some information saying that Putin is looking at 3 of the smaller NATO countries and is trying to get Belarus to help him invade those countries. But he's worried because China needs income from somewhere. And the U.S. is slowly but surely squeezing them out. Now they're making it where their fuel is through the roof. And for some reason, Russia's not willing to give China fuel in any large amount, which is confusing since they're right there next to each other. They could do it by rail if they wanted to. So I'm a little confused by that whole little situation. But regardless, they're having a hard time getting it. And there's a lot of other stuff they were getting out of the Middle East. I don't think Russia can match Iran's price for oil, which was probably give me some weapons that can blow some shit up and we'll give you some oil. Yeah, it was probably a swap or close to it. I'm sure there was some technologies involved because Iran was trying to up its. Because actually, dude, when I looked at the missile thing for Iran, it's just you go look. And you can see at the start of the war, which was 63 days ago, it's steady going down, and some more down. Right now, there's really nothing going on. Just sort of a ceasefire, just hanging in. Then we got Trump. Trump has now firmly put Russia in between a rock and a hard place and has cut off China's major supply of fuel and said, look, we don't mind producing it. So right now we're producing more fuel than any one other nation in the world ever has. But our guys are saying we need to slow it down because we're cutting our stockpile down to just 25 days. So,
meaning if we have a crisis,
we have 25 days. Yeah, after 25 days, we'll be out of fuel. But of course, in that 25 days, we'll be pumping fuel. We just won't be giving it to anybody else. That's all. But meanwhile, what we're going to do is we're going to control Venezuela and Iran's oil, which means now we control our oil supply, and those who are we're our own basic OPEC now is what we are, which controls more fuel than the other countries do. So that gives America a big ace in the hole. It makes it really hard for China and Iran, China to get any kind of cheap fuel, or Europe for that matter. So now, Europe has to look back at Russia, and so does China, and which could make Russia unbelievably rich. But so much of that's in the forgotten tundra up there. It's not going to be an easy thing, and it's going to be expensive to get it out of the ground and to produce it. And for some reason, Russia has bad luck with refineries. Herb, I did see that, and that was a true story. Russia's had several ballistic missiles explode, either taking off or on the launching pad. One exploded and took out a whole city block on the base. Yeah, just wiped it out. They didn't say why. They just said poof, and it was gone. There's been a couple of them. They just, for a long time, they didn't really have the money to test all of this. Now they need to test it in case they need to use it. So. Well, Russia needs to have at least one working nuke, man. Let's be honest. It's like a saber tooth without a saber tooth. It's not really good. It's good. I mean, let's be honest about it. So, Jesse, it's where we are in the world right now. Yeah. I don't want to see a war. I'd rather not see one if we didn't have to have one. What I'd like to see is us go back to being the nation we always have been, that we're against communism, wanted to end communism and bring freedom to the world. And instead, we started settling, or I should say the Democrats started settling, actually. The independents and the Republicans never did start to settle, but the Democrats did. They were like, well, let's let China have this. No. Well, what do you mean? You want to give the communist country control? How stupid can you possibly be? I mean, that's just ignorant. Now, New Yorkers are learning a valuable lesson in New York.
Yeah, they are.
So.
How many terms can that Madami run for, Joe?
Well, he can run for another one and then sit out, and I think, and then run for 2 more, if I remember right. I don't know. They may have 4 consecutive. I don't think he'll make a second one now. Not if he has to go up on everybody's taxes. He's done.
And how about Hochul?
Hochul's in her second term. I don't know how many they get to run it for in New York. You'd have to look it up and see. But yeah, she don't have. I mean, this is her second term because she took over for Como. I'd have to check on how their rules work. But most states have a 2-governor limit, and some of them have a 2-government limit, and then you can come back after you sit out for 4 years, like Louisiana does. They have one where you can be a governor for 8 years and sit out 4 years and then come back. And we've had 2 governors do that, and I think both of them ended up in prison.
Speaking of Louisiana, dude, the hell they do down there redistricting? I saw that on the news where they redistrict Louisiana to the Dems.
No, actually, they didn't. So what happened was the Democrats decided that they were going to add a second black district. Well, the Democrats forgot it's illegal to district based on color. You can only do based on numbers. You can't do it based on color. It's discrimination. Okay. So if you're trying to make a district that's just all black or majority black, which means you're discriminating against whites, the Supreme Court agreed and said, no, you can't discriminate against people. And that's the Democrats have gotten to the point I've noticed in the last 2 decades, they're always trying to discriminate against somebody because they can't seem to get their way any other way but to discriminate. They've gotten to the point where they just, I don't know what happened to them. And I don't know how they got to where they are now, but listening to them talk, I was listening to a guy walking down the street in New York on Broadway, just asking people, hey, how did you feel about if Trump would have got killed? Not one of them even would have felt bad about it. Not one person he asked. That's not the country I grew up in.
It's just rude, though, isn't it? I mean,
it's pathetic.
You can openly dislike somebody, but to wish them harm in that way, that just what does it say about you as a human being, to wish somebody dead in that fashion?
And most of them were saying stuff like, oh, I shouldn't say that on cam. So
you shouldn't say it behind closed doors in the privacy of your house. It's just not.
It's pathetic.
Normal people don't wish for other normal people to be dead.
That's right, people. That's pathetic. So I know we got to go to break. I know Jay's got the cue. I'm going to get an eclair. It's about this big. I'll be back in a minute.
Now, do you want me to play promos?
No, we're just playing music. We're either playing music or we're playing clips. Either or, because we're getting ready to change some stuff the way we do it on the
let
show.
me get that go. Hang on a second.
And the reason why, let me explain to everybody that's listening right quick. What happened to me? So there's clips that we're going to start be doing segments on the show, but like tonight, if I get around to them, there's a couple 7, 8, 9 minute clips for particular topics on the show, like how what they're using now to find the building blocks of life on other worlds, and how old is life on this one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But anyway, so Jay's doing that. I'm going to get eclair. Let me turn my camera. I'll tell you back.
And make sure you get it with the custard, not that vanilla cream. You ordered an eclair, not a Twinkie.
It's a Twinkie.
Jeez, Jay. Damn, dude.
Sorry, that's a joke from the Three Stooges movie that you guys made fun of earlier. I just thought that would be a good joke. So we're ready to start. Here we go.
All right.
And it's not working. Damn it. Hang on a second. Where are we?
The game's up. You're surrounded. Come out with your hands on your head.
Goddamn. I need a drink.
Son of a bitch.
I'm gonna need someone to help me. I'm gonna need somebody's hand. I'm gonna need someone to hold me down. I'm gonna need someone to care. I'm gonna rise and shake my body. I'll start pulling out my hair. I'm gonna cover myself with the ashes of you, and nobody's gonna give a damn. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One more night, I just can't be me. Son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away. Now for 17 years I've been going in back. 17 more will bury me. Can somebody please just tie me down? Oh, somebody give me a goddamn drink. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One more night, this can't fit me. Son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away. Yeah, yeah. My heart is breaking, hands are shaking, bugs are crawling all over me. My heart is breaking, hands are shaking, bugs are crawling all over me. My hands are breaking, hands are shaking, bugs are crawling all over me. My hands are aching, my hands are shaking, bugs are crawling all over me. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One more night, this can't fit me. Oh, son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away. Yeah. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. Son of a bitch, this can't fit me. Son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away.
Hello. Welcome to the news on the flip side. I'm the co-host.
We are back. Yeah, you're not here by yourself unless you want to be.
Yeah, that's true. Welcome everybody. Of course, my name is Sean Kelly, and I am the host of Into the Night. I am on Sunday nights from 8:10 to 10:10 p.m. and on Tuesday night from 8:10 to 9:10. So
on this very network.
Very network. And if you're not doing anything on a Sunday night around 8:10, come on this network, okay? And tune into my show. Thank you.
It's a good show. And what are you talking about Sunday? Which that's the first that comes before Sunday, right?
Yeah. What I'm talking about. Hopefully, I can get Dolly Saffron on.
Oh.
We can talk about animals and what they usually do, how they can help you on your life path, how they can heal you, and all kinds of good stuff. Because I really like animals. Because the animal totems, dude, I'm telling you, man, animals, for some reason, they just calm you down. They're just.
I like critters. Critters are fun.
Yeah,
and I'd probably, if I was a character on the Beverly Hillbillies, I would probably identify with the Beverly Hillbillies in that fashion too, because they're like down home people that like nature and animals and critters and stuff.
Yeah, I think it would be good, and so that's what I'm hoping. If I can get Dolly to come on, that would be pretty cool. If not, I'll just find something like Missing 411 or anything. No conspiracies. Sunday night is for me is not so much, into the UFOs, the aliens. It's a relaxation night, because people just ended their week and they just want to relax, and you know what I mean. Nothing hardcore,
For some people like me, we're just starting our week because that's the beginning of my work week. I start on Sunday and end on Wednesday.
Well, see, I find out when I start talking religion and politics on my shows, I lose people, and I don't want to do that because tonight's the night if you want to hear my opinion on religion and political stuff. So I don't put it on my show on Sunday nights or Tuesday nights.
Cool.
Politics has its place.
Not on my show.
Right in the circular filing cabinet marked rubbish.
It's so Jesse, I've been looking at a lot of the polls. APC ran its poll this week. It was 11,000.
Especially Sean's special Saturday pole dance show, which comes up tomorrow around 8 p.m.
Yeah. But the American Poll Company came out. Their poll came out right now, so it was 11,500 and something people. Trump's sitting at around 46%. He's not really hurting. He's doing
46
well.
For what? Approval rating?
Yes, his approval rating. His overall approval rating.
That's not bad. That's really not bad.
On the war is actually quite high. On immigration, he's still high. The economy, mainly because of gas, he's in the negative.
Yeah.
So but for the most part, he is. But when it shows on the other poll, who would you vote for? Who do you trust more in midterms to run the country? They're still saying Republicans.
Yeah.
So
who do you trust?
Well, CNN said that the blue was up by 10 points the other day. I was like, wow. I said,
what poll was that? What poll was that?
That was it was on CNN, so it was probably a CNN or it was a Harvard or something like that poll. And I think it was like.
Well, I mean, years ago though, that might have meant something. CNN used to stand for Cable News Network. It now stands for Corrupted News Network. So,
well, I mean,
I don't know how much you trust on that.
Your boy's weird. He's pretty good about his polls, but he doesn't always have the information. Well, no, he doesn't. So he's given X amount of information to work with. So if Trump's numbers are too high, then they'll pull 8 or 10. Well, because we pulled polls all the time, and we always showed everybody how the polls were, so they could see the whole list of polls, so they would know we weren't picking and choosing. We were just going down the list. But we
were going in order, and we also discovered that fact that at least for the blue sided polls, they were pulling numbers and like just padding them to their benefit.
They did that a lot, and then of course 2 elections in a row busted them for it. So
election, yeah.
Yeah, so they've had 2 different elections now where they're
it
polling numbers.
It wasn't until they flipped Kamala in on top of Biden, but for what did she have? 137 days to campaign before the actual election.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
It wasn't until then when we discovered that that's what happened, and lo and behold, I mean, NBC gave us kudos for it. We weren't mentioned by name, but a small podcast was mentioned and having brought it to Fox's attention the very next day. On a Saturday, we discovered on Friday, the very next Saturday afternoon, they were all those 2 stations were talking about it. I was like, holy crap, they have to be talking about us.
You know, because nobody else had talked about it but us.
Yeah, as far as we know,
talking about it. It was well, every now and then we get the news and we get it out ahead of time. So we have a big audience of other news shows listen. Sometimes I do know we have friends at NBC, and I know we have friends at Fox. So we might even have a friend or 2 at ABC. MS now. No, MS.
Well, you know what? At ABC, the FCC might pull their shit, man. Might pull their, yeah.
Because of Kimmel?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Way to go, Jimmy.
Who's coughing?
That was Jay.
It was not I.
What?
But yeah, Jimmy Kimmel, man. He the FCC.
But is it right? So we're media. So I mean, if we were to say that, we should get fired. Man, if I was to fire someone every time someone suggested I should fire someone, I'd never had any fucking host. I'd be all of y'all motherfuckers would be fine, myself included.
Well, I mean, I don't think so much it's the context of the joke. I think that's part of it. I think the apology, which was 100% insincere, ought to be, part of the, if you go in front of a judge and he says like, you got to do this, that, and the other thing, and you don't do any of those things sincerely, he will slap you back into court and into jail faster than you can say, drop the soap, sir. And that's what I think should happen to Kimmel. He's done this consistently. He's gone, just that one joke too far across the river. He's gotten nailed for it. Then the next night he's had to apologize for it. And then every time he's made the apology, he's like half snickering all the way through it, making it insincere. Like he's just doing it because if he doesn't, he's going to get fired or suspended for a week with pay. He's a douchebag, and I think he should be fired.
Well, this is a tough one, man, because
if you watch the original broadcast of the joke, he is implying that he's not implying their age difference and like he's like 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot on a banana peel. He's implying assassination attempt upon assassination attempt. That's what he's making fun of. That's not classy, and that should cost him his job at least. And if the FCC threatens the entire network, I'll bet you your ass they will drop him like a sack of shit.
Man, they would rather see they would rather see
they did.
They would rather see Joy go or Whoopi.
They did. First. They fired him?
Yeah. They fired him.
Good for them. I can't believe they did it, but good for them.
Yeah, but all the other numbskulls or dumbasses on my turn, like Seth. That's Seth. What the hell's his name? Seth. He's a dick. He's a dick.
I think a lot of them are anyway.
Jimmy Fallon was sticking up for Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, he's not funny
either. It's a tough thing because so this is how this works out. Because he said it before the actual assassination attempt, it shouldn't have been that big of a thing. The assassination thing just highlighted it and aggravated it, but he actually said it before that. So you could take it, but it would have still just been a joke. And yes, I agree it was in poor taste, but it wasn't out of line, not for a late night comedian who's hating on Trump. I don't think late night comedian should ever do any kind of political anything.
Well, it shows you 2 things about Jimmy Kimmel. One, he's not a comedian because a comedian wouldn't do that joke in any kind of good or bad taste. Number 2, it shows you that he has no moral compass, and again, that kind of wishing harm upon, especially the president of your country. Whether you disagree with the office or disagree with the man, respect the office at least.
See, my thing was, and I looked at this differently than everybody else did. So I said, all right, look, I got to thinking about this because George Clooney came out and defended Kimmel. I got to thinking, well, Clooney, you got a good looking wife. And I actually wrote on his page, would you like us talking about your wife all the time? Talking about, maybe she'll be single, or can we flirt with it because you got limited days on the planet? I said things like that. I said, would that be socially acceptable? Well, Twitter or X won't let you they can't throw you off on X anymore. So if you're famous and you're an X or Facebook, they can't throw you off because you said something they didn't like.
Well, I mean, isn't wishing fatal harm upon somebody not protected speech?
No, everything's protected speech. That's the problem. Everything is protected speech. No good speech needs to be protected. Just remember.
So basically, it boils down to semantics. So saying, I wish Trump would choke on a chicken bone and die in the Oval Office, versus saying, I wish someone would, choke Donald Trump with a chicken bone, are two different things. One is legal and one is not.
One is hope and one is intent.
Yeah.
And the intent one they'll get you put in jail.
But here's the deal.
Splitting hairs.
But here's the deal with that ABC deal. That they did it because they were losing a lot of customers. They were losing
a lot of viewers
because they haven't figured out.
I'll be right
viewers
back,
are going to here, not necessarily this show, but even though a lot of them go here. Think about this: we have a listenership larger than most of their viewerships, so we have more listeners than they do. Even though they have more viewers, and even in that, in some places now, because we've added so much new TV, even there, if we stay on track, we'll pass CNN up. They're only getting 400,000 viewers a show, and I guarantee within a year or two we'll be over that. Which I want some of the advertisement money then. I might have to pimp Sean out, guys.
Hey.
Yeah. Only to New Yorkers.
Just tell me what to do, buddy. Just tell me what to do. I'm about to retire.
Only New Yorkers name. Who? No Worry. No, Worry's a guy's name overseas, my friend. Yes, Sean ain't swinging with the monkeys. Sean ain't swinging with the monkeys is what I said, in case you're having a hard time hearing. No, what are you talking about? Okay. I don't know exactly where this conversation came from, so we're just going to look at it.
Me neither.
So I got a lot of friends in England. I got a lot of gay friends in England. And I will say this, when a friend of mine at Tradies that I met way back a long time ago, who was a gay young black man when I met him, we're talking 35 years ago. And he used to tell me he lived in London downtown. And we had a chat group on Pal Talk back in the day. And we were always in there chatting. And, of course, we're different time zones. There were 6 hours ahead of us, but he would be coming in from party and we'd be coming in opening chats in the morning and stuff. And we got to know each other pretty good. He's a pretty good guy, but he was telling me, depending on where he was and who he was with, how he got treated. He said sometimes I'd be just treated like low-class black man, racist all over the place. Sometimes I'd be treated, like an honored guest. And he said it would just depend who I was with and where they thought I was from. He had an interesting life, I'll tell you that. Poor bastard, though. He's crazy as hell. But he was, he used to talk about being a grown man living in London, being gay. And he said, he said sometimes it was easy and exhilarating, and sometimes it was nightmares. And you know what? I got friends that say the exact same thing about New Orleans back in the day. New Orleans was weird, though. New Orleans has always been a city. As long as you kept it out of people's faces, they didn't really give a shit what you did. They still don't. They don't care. It's not that kind of city. Who should be shot? Don't go nowhere. I ain't gonna like this conversation because I'll be rude. You talking about alien invasions? No, we're not shooting aliens. Not any kind of aliens. Not illegal aliens. Not aliens from outer space. No kind of aliens are getting shot.
We could play this song in honor of we just called both of us monkeys, I think. Can we play this clip? It's about 2 minutes.
Oh my God. Do we want to see this, Sean? Sean said he don't trust you anymore, man.
Why not? Go.
Nope. Hang on a second. Let me start that over.
You heard the song forever.
Here we come, walking down the street.
You all remember this show, don't you?
Oh my God, yeah.
Everyone we meet.
Oh God, yeah, dude.
Hey, we're the monkeys. And people say we monkey around. But we're too busy singing to put anybody down. We go where we want to.
Oh my God, this is bringing back some memories, man.
Look how young they are, too, on top of everything.
Wow.
Hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down. We're just trying to be friendly. Come and watch singing.
Holy cow.
We're the young generation, and we've got something to say. Oh. Anytime or anywhere, just look over your shoulder. Guess who'll be standing there? Hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we monkey around, but we're too busy singing to put anybody down.
I want whatever drugs they want.
Davy Jones was weird.
Same kind you guys are. Davy
No,
Jones,
whatever kind of drugs they want.
Nicky
I want
Dolan,
some.
Michael Nesmith.
Jimmy, if you don't know who that is, don't even worry about it. It was before my time. These two fuckers are just old as dirt. That's all. Yeah, I've never even heard of these guys. It's like American Beatles.
You might as well just play the Partridge Family, man. I think.
Oh my God! Just shoot me now. Give me with fucking.
Well, I mean, those are the kind of shows we watched.
Just
I mean,
give me the fucking gun. Let me just. Where's it at?
what else is on? What
This could
else
be
is on the
bad.
television then? Name something else. There were 3 or 4 shows that were all music based. Banana Splits, Partridge Family, Monkeys. There's a couple
Oh
more.
wait,
I mean, even
what was
the Munsters that had the musical slots.
Yeah, what was
Brady
the
Bunch.
cartoon? Oh wait, what was it? They had a cartoon. With the dog and the blonde and the redhead. Oh, the Archies or something.
Yeah, the Archies.
The Archies.
The Archies.
Dagwood, Bumstead. Yeah, all those. Dagwood, Bumstead. I think is what you're thinking of. Blondie. The big sandwiches.
Yeah, Jimmy, they're weird. Don't worry about it. They're
Of course. Hey, Jimmy.
too
Yes,
much
we are
LSD
weird,
when they were
Jimmy.
babies, man. I mean,
Welcome to the network, Jimmy.
I'm not
Jimmy,
sure
we
what
are
it was.
weird, Jimmy.
Alcohol, drugs, women, probably a combination. It's probably the women they got. 'em.
Yeah, Jimmy,
Yeah.
we're weird. We're weird.
Yeah, see, I told you he's weird.
If it weren't for the
actually-
women, Jimmy, Sean, and I would actually be serial killers.
That's right. That's right, Jimmy. All right, Jimmy.
Are you Jimmy Kimmel? Are you just like coming and spying on our show, Kimmel?
Let's hope not. Jimmy Kimmel doesn't watch this show. He's not smart enough.
He wouldn't want to make an appearance because
Jimmy Kimmel's staff isn't smart enough to understand this show and talk on it.
What do you mean? This show's listed as a liberal show on TV, which I'm still
I understand
confused
that,
about.
but the staff, Jimmy
I'm
Kimmel himself, his
fucking
staff
confused
can't
about
understand or cope with this kind of subject matter. They're just too juvenile.
So I was fucking around with Alexa doing something the other day, and
where do you? Oh, there it is.
And-
They
and
changed the buttons again. Thank you,
yeah,
StreamYard.
so I get Alexa. You know, I'm finally getting her trained right on how to find the network, what we actually are, who we are. She really talks good about us when you can get her to identify us. She just goes on and talks about what we do and all kind of wonderful stuff. But she's forgetful. And I hate to say this, but the Alexa in LA is smarter than the Alexa in Mississippi. Yes, y'all got to fix that. That's fucked up. And when I ask her why, she says because the Alexa in LA is smarter. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? You did not just fucking tell me that.
What?
Yes. She said it has more networks to connect to, so therefore it's smarter. I was like, okay, Alexa. But you know what? In all fairness, Alexa worked really well as a companion thing in LA for what I needed. It did a really good job. It wouldn't
For
do it here.
scheduling, and like alarms, they're fantastic. You know, if they want to catch like a 15-minute
But I
cat nap.
use it for more than that. I use it for other stuff, and I use it for guides on some rehearsal things and on some little scripts. And then I use it like when I was in between places looking at stuff or doing stuff. I could get it to give me a complete rundown of whatever building or whatever place I was or wherever I happened to be standing, which is nice for filler stuff when you're just dropping it into archives.
Mine has like routines you can set up. Like it has a morning and a good morning and a good night routine. The good night routine is it tells me if I have any tasks on my Google Calendar, and then it asks me when I want to wake up. What time to set the alarm, and then it plays like rainforest, crickets, and nightlife sounds. And then in the morning, if I activate it, I say good morning. It tells me a joke, the temperature, the weather, if my ride to work is obstructed by traffic, and then it gives me the local national news by either Reuters or Sky. It's pretty cool.
Hey Joe, a little off the subject, but I have a question for you from my friend. What's your feeling on those prefab houses?
Wait, the prefab, what's it again?
Houses.
The prefab houses, that they put them together?
Modular houses, dude.
Oh, oh man, this is a sticky wiki, man. So
yeah, it depends on the contractor that puts them together, to be honest with you.
It's not even just that. It's well, yeah, okay. It's a couple of contractors involved in this. One, whoever actually builds the product, puts it completely together, and then takes it apart and sends it to where it's going to go. They need to be really good at what they do. And then whoever you're going to use to put it together, a lot of times they'll refer your contractor. A lot of people want to do this themselves and put it together. Putting homes together is not near as easy as you think it is. People, even when it's
it's literally paint by numbers. They pack it in a certain way, and when you get it on site, the contractor has to unpack it the exact order, or they'll mess it up.
Yeah, so because things have to go in at certain ways and certain angles. I mean, it's not impossible for someone.
Weird.
It's not impossible for a homeowner to be a general contractor because it happens.
It's not.
A lot,
it's not DIY.
But yeah, it's not recommended. I would hire somebody, but I mean,
taking a Connex freight container and turning it into a mini home, that's DIY.
So first things you look for though, so almost all of these homes are going to be made out of press board. So you want to find out what kind of glues they use for a couple of reasons. One, you don't want a flammable glue in all that press board.
Or a water solvent glue, because if it rains on it, it comes apart.
So they make water-based glues that are not water solvent once they harden.
Yes.
So you can use one of those, and the shit doesn't catch on. It's not fireproof, but it's flame.
Well, I think most of the modular homes they supply the glue in like paint containers like that.
These are the beams that are already put together. So usually what you're going to get on those type of homes, they're going to send you a cross beam all the way across the top. You're going to get your rafters. You're going to get everything else, and then the way you're going to set up here out of 4 or 6 walls, depending on what shape the house is, and then you're going to start to put on that roof so you can start to get strength on the walls and get everything to tie together. So a lot of times you'll have to have a crane.
Also, it's not just the modularity of it. There's several floor plans, but there's 3 or 4 different types, like levels of materials. Like at one level, it's like I think raw. As much as possible raw woods, but in a lot of cases it's laminated woods. The next level up is like laminated and like hardwoods for like trim and exterior pieces to make the helm a little bit more personalized. And then the next level, they actually have it's a composite hybrid type of thing where I don't know how they do it. Maybe Joe knows. It's like a steel I-beam or a composite metal I-beam underneath wood. And then it's all laminated into like the frame, the gables, the flooring. The whole thing is all like steamed together somehow. Maybe Joe can explain that.
They don't even use steel anymore. They just
they don't even use metal composites anymore. I remember
wood. I was surprised too.
Well, I remember they showcased that particular. They didn't use it in This Old House episode, but they showcased the 3 different types. They went with the one in the middle, which was the mostly laminated wood with some hardwood for trim exterior pieces, doors, shutters, that kind of, not structural stuff. But everything else was like laminated. I don't know if they're using composite materials and wood, but
first time
very good, strong stuff.
the first time we used the big beams, I was surprised. These were big, basically just pressed together, plywood just glued and pressed together into something about yay thick.
2x6
and about no,
something like that. Yeah,
it was about 3 foot, so about 3 foot wide, it was 2 foot wide by 3 foot tall by 46 feet long. And they'd come in with a crane and they would set it to each end, and then they would start putting everything together. And then they'd start hooking the rafters on, and then it would come together and would all be solid. And then they would start building them. These things had a lot of weight to them. They're designed it for hurricane zone, so they can take a lot of wind and a lot of pressure. I was surprised that this was all, and I'm talking all the beams and everything, were made from pressboard. This is a multi-million-dollar home they built out of fucking pressboard. I was, to me, when I used to think pressboard, I used to think termite bait. Them fuckers love pressboard. But the new stuff,
this has so much chemicals in it. They actually put like insect repellents. And
there's something in the glue. Yeah, there's something in the glue that keeps them from eating it. So,
well, and if you don't go that route, there's also I'm sure you've seen the Tyvek stuff at the various home improvement centers. It's basically just plastic, but some of it has like a wood grain, so it has that effect, and it's paintable. So from a distance, it would look like a wood sided house. And that stuff, most outdoor wood siding, treated outdoor wood siding would last, Joe, 25 years if you're lucky to keep up with it. 25 years if you keep up with it, and that's like painting it every 3 to 5 years. But this stuff will last 25 years untouched, and then in 25 years you should probably touch it up. Any boards that are molding, you pull them down and replace them. And the stuff will last you 50, 60 years on a siding if you keep up with it.
Jesse, we use a hardy slat board, usually with a fake grain appearance on it. Yeah, the grain's just built on top of the board.
It's amazing stuff. The contractors that can afford it swear by it.
It's
not cheap.
6.5, 7.5, 9.5 inches wide, depending on what you want to get. And we get it down here for a pretty good price, but mainly because it's being hardy board. It's flame retardant. It doesn't catch on fire. It's basically concrete board, is what it is.
It puts itself out. Yeah.
So it works great. Water doesn't affect it. Fire doesn't affect it. It doesn't get termites. It's just all around good product. And it looks
wood bees, carpenter bees.
It looks like wood. When you're looking at the house from outside, it looks like wood.
You won't know it until you get up to it and you tap it. You won't know it, and even then Jesse, you might not detect it because it's paint. If it's painted, it feels like paint.
So in New Orleans, we were doing a house on I forgot the name of the street, and the code enforcement came out and said, "Hey, you can't have grained wood on the house." Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? We're changing out the side, and then we're going back with a smooth finish. And he said, "No, you can't. It's historic." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He said it has to be 5 1/4 inch grooved. I was like, "You're shitting me, right? We already done half this house, so we've got like $14,000 worth of siding on this."
What were you using? Tyvek? Plastic?
No, we use hardy board and
hardy back. Okay, yeah.
So we either use that or real wood. We don't really mess with anything else because I've got actually vinyl siding.
That stuff's expensive. $4 a sheet. Ooh, God.
It's anyway. This stuff came in good price for about I don't know, for about $14,000 you get enough to do the whole house.
Yeah, if you're buying that bulk, you might be paying $3.99 a sheet, but the homeowner buying one, it's like $4.99.
Well, no, these ain't sheet. These are 16 by 5 1/4. So they're 16 foot long, 5 1/4 inches wide.
You're talking flooring, big flooring.
No. This is side.
Not flooring?
No, this is side. This is just side. Just hardy board side, and so you just shoot it up there with a nail gun. Put your little space on the bottom. Go along, do your thing. Jesse, you don't. So it's like roofing, Jesse. You don't start from the top down. You start from the bottom up. When you do siding, you start from the bottom up. When you do roofing, you start from the bottom up. Go ahead, go start from the top and come down and see what happens.
Bottom up. When you pull it down, it's top down because you always end at the top. That's where the top pieces. So you start at the top to pull it apart, but then you start at the bottom to put it back together.
The reason they do it like that is so each tile covers the next one,
and that the rain falls over and not underneath. Yes,
and then just put a cap on the top. Well, I mean, you can use shingles to top it, but a lot of people just put a cap.
I should have waited till tomorrow to talk about this, huh?
Yeah,
that's why I put up the Q&A, man. That's fine, man. We can talk about it again tomorrow. This is something, Sean. This is something that Joe and I have. I mean, Joe has obviously more experience than I do. I have experience from the sales point side of working in hardware stores, so I know the materials. I know exactly what he's talking about. I don't know everything, but I can help the homeowner and the contractor find the stuff they need in any, home improvement center. Doesn't matter which one it is.
Man, before Home Depot got stupid and used to pay commission, Lowe's did too. At both stores, the ones I used, I had people there. Man, anything I needed, anything I wanted, because they would make, like after Katrina, we were coming in and buying 40, 50, 60 refrigerators at a time, dishwasher, everything. I mean, we're just making huge orders on several properties. And so, what happened was a lot of these guys made a lot of money. A lot of them fucking retired. Said, the hell with this, I'm out of here. I ain't working for these people anymore. And then Lowe's and Home Depot changed their policies and no more commission.
One way or another, if you own a building that has, let's say, 50 units, 50 rental units, and you want to change let's just say all the refrigerators and update them, you want to buy 50 at least. You may even want to buy 60 and keep 10 extra on hand for a year down the road when, apartment 4B calls up and says, oh, my refrigerator's exploded and there's water all over my kitchen. You have one on hand. You don't have to go and spend $399 at the home improvement store and get one and wait for it to be delivered. You have it there on site. Contractors do that all the time, particularly with wood. And like we were talking about the Tyvek stuff, it comes in most lengths that you can get up to 16 foot in the stores. Some of the bigger stores, you might get it in 20-foot lengths for building like a clubhouse for a golf course or what have you. But the availability and the what do you call them? The plastic material business is booming. Very expensive stuff.
You're thinking of Tyvek's wrap.
Yeah.
So when you build a home, you use Tyvek to wrap everything.
I'm talking about Tyvek, not Tyvex.
So
one or the other. One is a plastic beam, like a metal, like a wooden beam. It's made out of plastic, looks like wood, but it's not. And the other is a weatherproofing wrap. I think
it's
that's
a fiber wrap coated.
Yeah, I believe that's Tyvek. What I'm talking about is Tyvex. It's VEX.
It's a great product, but you have to have a great installer because if you fuck up even around one area, it'll leak. So you got to make sure you do it right. But if you do it right, that house is buttoned up tight. Yeah, that shit'll outlive you for sure. Man, there's homes. I remember going into their attics. These homes are 100 years old, 200 years old. We were up there one day and we found these 2x4s that had been up there. Now, we got to remember, it gets hot in Louisiana. And air conditioning is a fairly new thing in the grand scheme of the swamp.
It's a question mark, weren't they?
Oh, no. They were perfect. Not only they were perfect, I couldn't cut through the son of bitches with my worm drive saw. So
wow.
The skill saw is badass, people, but a worm drive skill saw is super badass. And it just
especially for going around curves and doing electrical and plumbing and other conduit type stuff.
Yeah, anything that needed a lot of power to cut through it, which it wouldn't cut it. So I brought it to a friend of mine. He said, well, technically it's petrified. I'm like, you're kidding me? He said, no, it's well on its way to being petrified. He said, look at it. He said, watch when I chip it. He said, it doesn't chip like wood. It chips like rock.
Yeah.
He said, I was like, wow. So they ended up buying all of them.
Well, structurally, you can't get anything better than rock, right?
Yeah. Well, they bought every one of them. I think they gave us.
Is petrified wood more brittle? Would it? I mean, I don't know.
Oh no, I don't know. I know I wouldn't cut the damn saw.
That's a cool question, as for like the decadent billionaire these days, what do they always have? They have a really nice home. They don't have a nice home made out of antique, ancient petrified wood. Think of that,
Randy.
It's a niche market, but it's good money if you can get into it.
Okay, so Randy said he's bringing us back on topic. So in the Trump poll right now, see, this is what all you hear from ABC and NBC and CBS and a whole bunch of, Trump's this, Trump's that, Trump's this.
News.
So all you hear is about how bad Trump's doing, but do you hear about anybody in the House like Mike Johnson and any other Republicans doing bad? No, they're doing good. In their districts, they're doing good. They're not going to lose. So The Democrats
the only real
keep
bad
making
news you hear
assumptions.
coming from that quarter would be like the investigation onto Tim Waltz, Ilhan Omar, Comey, who's actually he's been indicted, I believe. Yeah.
I don't know,
Yep.
but yeah.
Yeah, he
they
has.
indicted him.
He
Yeah,
has.
I think they actually indicted him. So he's on his way on his way to going to jail, or at least going to a jury by court trial.
I think he wants to get. I think they got him first because he's going to give up Brennan, and Brennan's going to give up Obama. So this is the question, and we'll put this question up today, people, and y'all can send me answers all you want. Will if Comey gives up Brennan, I don't even think he has to because I think Kelsey's got the goods on him from the emails. But regardless, will Brennan throw himself on the sword for Obama, like your boy, like Ollie North did for Trump? I mean, for Reagan. Sorry, not for Trump. So Ollie North threw himself on a sword. Colonel went to prison for the president. Said he did that on his own without presidential consent. Threw himself on that sword so the president wouldn't get in any trouble. So the question here is, Brennan can say that the emails to Obama aren't real and that this was all on him. He took on this covert operation to go after Trump, even after Trump had won the election. It's looking bad.
I think he would. I don't think he would. Brennan, no. I don't think he would.
Think he's going to sell Obama out?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
He's going to say, well, Mr. Obama, you didn't pay me enough, my friend. He may end up like the cook, naked
There we
in the
go.
pond.
Just answer. You can answer yes or no or one or two for the correct answers. One is yes, two is no.
Ugh.
Jeffrey, there'll be a new APC poll up Sunday morning. Yeah. They're usually on the UPRN Talk Radio site. I usually leave them up for a couple of days and then take them down. I try to get them, I try to get them to 10,000 because to me, less than 10,000 is a waste of time when I see CNN poll. Oh, 1,000 people took this poll. 1,000 people from where? From New York City? Well, that means absolutely dick.
No, they just came out of the DNC. That's usually what these polls are. Or they just came out of a democratically sponsored event.
So lately, Jeff, every day I see a new article on voter cheating, voter registration. They just found, some state found 40,000 dead people.
Yes.
I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
And not just that, I think they also looked back. Didn't that same state they had been doing it for years?
Yes, did people vote a lot in our country?
As I have been saying.
Democrats.
I mean, they said it in that movie. They said the Chris Farley movie.
Them Democrats.
We got one. No, he will not fall on his sword for Obama. So I think he's a preservationist too.
So Brennan will save his own ass and send Obama down. But that's if he saves Obama, then Obama might be able to save him.
I doubt it. He has no. Obama now he's got no pardon. He's got no privilege. He's got no pardoning abilities.
But Trump said he's going to pardon himself before he leaves of all crime.
Do you think Obama has any kind of sway over Trump to have Trump give someone that Obama recommends a pardon?
Yeah, so he don't have to show. So he don't have to show Michael on TV. Trump might not want the world to know that Obama was the first gay president.
Too late.
That's true, but still, it's
it's already out.
No, I know who you're talking about though. I seen it just yesterday. The Gay Preservation Society, is that what they call themselves? Thinks there was a gay president, but it was back in our history.
What was the question?
No, so it was just somebody telling us about.
Did they say someone? Oh yeah. Well, who do they think? Who do they think there was the president? Coolidge, McKinley, Taft.
Doesn't say. It just says that there was one particular president that seemed like he acted in such a manner.
Well, why would they want to put the guy's name out, man, and ruin his reputation?
Well, I mean, but you got to think about it though. So, particularly during and after the Revolutionary War and the formation of this country, back then there was what would be called, or someone would categorize as the Popinjay movement, where men kind of act. They wore wigs. they wore really flashy shirts, ruffle shirts. Like, I mean, the more flashy the shirt, the more wealthy you were. The longer your cuffs were, the more influence or whatever. Yeah,
That's probably be the
just
early
that's just the way that people
1900s.
were. So it would be easy to imply someone would be gay on those kinds of behaviors. When probably not necessarily that wouldn't be
that
true.
would be the early 1900s, I would think.
Yeah.
No, I remember we were in a Dunkin' Donuts one night, a friend of mine, and I was sitting there and I had about 50 of these feathers hanging out my hair. Those roach clip feathers, Mardi Gras. It was Mardi Gras time. And I had a bunch of them hanging out my hair. We was drunk and stoned, and these two big ass rednecks from Alabama want to get in a fight. And I was like, dude, look. I'm like, if we get in a fight here, we all going to jail. All of us. I said, you ain't getting in a fight in Dunkin' Donuts where the cops in their little house basically. And I think we're not going to go to jail. The boy swung at me and I ducked, and Ricky hit one. And next thing I knew, we were out the door. And sure enough, as soon as I looked up, well, who's standing there but 4 police officers coming to get their coffee and donuts. And I looked over and I looked up at the officer and said, I told these stupid blanky, stupid and dumbass rednecks that we were going to end up in jail. So, well, you know what? You're right. Put your hands behind your back. So he put them in the car, and he walked up to me and my friend Rick and he said, y'all can get out of here, man. He said, they're just dumb, drunk rednecks. Don't worry about it. I mean, we were just dumb, drunk city boys, so what did it matter? No, Jenny, nobody get hurt. Well, I was pretty drunk. I didn't want to get into a fight unless I had to. That's cute back then. I didn't like getting my face messed up. Oh, no, no. Violence was a bad thing.
You did talk about the polls on presidents.
But yeah, I'm glad you brought them up.
What about now? The right after that in the scroll, it talks about the war. We're day 63. What are the polls saying about the war elsewhere? You did say about in America that most Americans are for it. What are the rest of the
so this is what's weird about
countries elsewhere? I'll bet you the rest of the countries are not for it, and they're doing the same stupid crap the Democrats are.
So this is kind of the weird part. In America, as long as there's no troops on the ground, Americans are fine. Let's get this over with.
I agree with that.
So they're okay. Europe. Only reason Europe's pissed is because the price of oil just went through the fucking roof, and they're blaming on America.
They had a chance to throw. That's where they get their fuel. They had a chance to throw in with us, and I'll bet you if they had, that oil would be flowing right now.
Well, so there's a couple of scenarios here. One, if they would have jumped in too fast, somebody would have probably lost the ship, and then somebody would have
perhaps yes.
And so
friendly
the way
fire
we did
would probably be a factor in that as respect.
Yeah, the bad part is it could be.
You have a bunch of friendlies and a bunch of hostiles with all their ships and planes and other machines buzzing around each other. Tensions are high. It's going to happen. It's eventual. You can't get around it. It already happened. It happened to us. 3 times? We had a couple of F-15s shot down by what was it, Kuwait? I think it knocked down at least 2 of them.
Unfortunately, friendly fire happens, and it's happened in this war. It's It's one of them things.
It's early on too, 2 days in.
Yeah. Now, getting on a side note, the so-called bombing of the school we found out was not us. So that was not one of our missiles. Sorry, guys. Oh no, they proved it now. Pete made a big deal out of it too. They proved that wasn't one of our missiles. Wasn't even designed like one of ours. So
whose missile was it? Did they say that much? Whose missile was it? If not ours?
They said it was Iranian missile. They identified the missile.
Okay. Boom.
They said, no, Jesse, they're not inferring. They're saying Iran blew up its own school. That's what they're saying.
Yep, Iran said it.
And there's 2 factors with that as well. Iran's missiles are unreliable, so their targeting systems aren't that good. So they're liable to land on churches and schools while they're occupied. Number 1, and number 2, they also aimed their missiles specifically at churches and schools when there would be, full activity. Think about that.
Well, this actual school is actually on the base. It's right there on the corner of the base.
Yeah, if it's one of our bases, I'm not surprised they would shoot it.
No, it's their base. They shot their own kids in their own base. So this is the building. This is the building, the church, whatever it is, the school. and then here's the base, and they said, oh, the Americans was trying to hit. And we don't usually miss the whole effing fucking base. That's usually a non sequitur for our targeting. It's usually better than that.
And I think most
of our missiles are operated by camera. Most of them have an operator, especially if it's a high ordnance target, like a high high security target. They have a guy with a video, and he can go, "Oh, that's a school, abort." Yeah, and he said the type of explosions weren't right. No, not everything can be aborted. Once it gets there's a.
What I'm saying is a high a target that we really want to get. If there's something nearby we don't want to get, I'm sure there's lots of safeties.
There are things that there comes a point, the no return zone, where there's nothing you can do. Once you pass that line, you're screwed. But there is points before that where you can change emissions parameters, or stop it, or turn it around, or even destroy it. Kirby. No, I know what you're talking about, but we haven't really deployed all that much. I mean, yeah, we got some Navy over there, but we don't really have the Air Force over there or the military.
We have declassified 2 new types of weapons, a laser and a sound device.
Oh, I see Germany's new drone shredder. That fucker works nice, man. Oh, it's one of the articles. You'd have to pull an article up and get the video. It has video, but I don't keep it on my computer anymore because it likes to lock it up. But it's all you got to do is find the article. It's in the group, and but it's their new drone shredder. Yeah. Oh no, there's a couple other ones in there that are like 7-minute clips. We get so much material, and Sean cannot stay on target. He just doesn't. He's so bad.
I am.
We try to keep him on target, but he just can't help himself.
I can't. I cannot keep on target.
Okay. I'll be right back. I found one.
Okay.
You were saying a drone shredder?
No, so they got this new gun thingy. It's on what they call it. And it drones flying. It's like, there's no more drones. Just shreds them up, man. America's got this thing that shoots a wave out and just knocks them out the air. It doesn't even cause any damage other than it kills the system and they fall out there. The only downside to that is sooner or later people will start having shielded drones, and so we'll either have to have more intensified weapons or we'll have to shoot them down old school.
Well, could you shoot an EMP up in the air?
Oh yeah, we do it all the time. We actually have an EMP weapon. So there's one right now. It's a pad. It looks like a rectangular pad, and it just goes back and forth like this, and it emits an EMP. Anything that gets in front of it just falls out the sky. Oh, it showed them bringing down like 100 drones at a time. Just the best place they show them is on the Mexican-American border. They use them there all the time. So you'll see these drones coming in with these big boxes underneath them flying towards the gates. And all of a sudden you'll see them just fall and hit the ground. Boom. It's fucking hilarious.
All right, gentlemen. This is the drone shredder. This is it. It's the 28-second. I guess it's like a little brief commercial or whatever. But
yeah, it was a little clip, whatever it was. Yeah.
Oh, let me make sure I got the sound on first. Yeah, sound is on.
Well, most of the links you see in it, Jimmy, have clips that go with them. I just don't keep them on this computer. On the other computer, I do, but not on this one. This one likes to lock up and stuff. It needs more RAM.
It didn't work. Here we go.
Donation, $100 to get new RAM.
Play. Oh, the sound is off again. What the hell?
Say hello to the Orlicon Sky Ranger, your worst nightmare this is a rapid-fire, drone-killing monster on wheels. Say hello to the Orlicon Sky Ranger, your worst nightmare if you're a drone. It's armed with a 35mm revolver cannon that fires 1,000 rounds per minute, ripping apart airborne threats with airburst ammo that detonates mid-air. And with its
it looked like it flew through
3D radar, advanced optics, and AI tracking, it locks onto drones, missiles, and aircraft before they even know what hit them. This is a rapid-fire, drone-killing monster on
Monster.
There it is. Pretty badass, huh?
That's German made, people. That's not American made. Yes.
Yeah, because it looks like a damn what do they call tank? Looked like a tank.
Yeah, it was.
It was just a tank with a different kind of mount, probably a light armor. But what do we got here? Did we listen to this already? Is that on the screen?
No, not yet.
Now it is.
Is it? Okay.
Aliens are talking to us.
I don't think we're seeing the same thing. I got this Backlash Studio or Jesse Waters.
That don't work worth a shit there. Thunder. Let's try it this way. What the hell?
Mm. Oh, cool. That's a Chinook.
Yep.
Yeah, those things are badass, man. They can carry a tank, can't they?
Some of them can.
Yeah.
Look at these idiots.
Yeah, that could get you fired or at least in trouble.
Okay,
guys.
I don't care about that.
Wait until you hear this.
For those of you that are unhappy that the assassination on the president of the United States, President Trump, was again unsuccessful,
Sounds like
I'm here to tell you, you are not anti-Trump. Oh, no, sir. You're just anti-America. But I want to know, if you're so anti-America, then why the fuck are you living in America? You know you're not being held hostage by the American government, right? You're not being held hostage like IRGC is holding Iranians hostage in Iran. Like North Koreans are being held hostage by their psychopath of a leader. You know you can leave anytime you want.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, why don't you get the fuck out and let millions of Iranians, millions of Afghans, millions of Cubans, millions of North Koreans who would love to take your place at any given day to come to America and replace you.
That's right.
Grandma does wear it all every day. Yeah, and she posted on Facebook. It's the coolest thing. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Okay, that's scary.
Veronica, do you have?
Grandma does wear it all.
If aliens really exist, then right now they can't see us. And it's not because we're hidden. Imagine an alien civilization on a planet 50 million light years away, pointing a super advanced telescope at Earth. They wouldn't see cities. They wouldn't see humans. They wouldn't even see mammals. They would be watching dinosaurs walking across our planet right now, because every time someone looks across the universe, they are staring into the past, not the present. And the crazy part is, the same applies to us. When you look up at the night sky, you aren't seeing stars as they are today. You're seeing them as they were millions of years ago. Some of those stars don't even exist anymore. They exploded long before humans evolved, but their light is still traveling toward us. This means something mind-blowing. We may have already found planets with life, but we're seeing them as babies just beginning because the universe is so big. Even light, the fastest thing in existence, takes ages to cross it. So every time you look at a star, you're not only looking at ancient history, you are literally looking back in time.
Grandma does.
Hey, Veronica, do you have a second?
Yeah, that's a mind blower. You know.
Yeah, what's up?
Our brains.
I noticed on your timesheet that you left half an hour early yesterday. Yes, I did leave half an hour early yesterday. Our weekly meeting was at 7 instead of 7:30 yesterday, so I took the half an hour at the end of the day instead. We weren't really offering any comp time for that meeting. So you wanted us to come in half an hour early and just not get paid for an extra half hour of work? Well, it was just a quick, departmental meeting. No, a quick meeting is 5 minutes, but coming in half an hour before your shift is not a quick meeting. So I left half an hour before the end of my shift because I was going to get my time back one way or another.
Can you imagine what's in this if you're high?
We really don't offer comp time.
Jesse Waters torched the Democrats. Check this out.
I just like listening to the Supreme Court call Democrats racists. And Democrats are like, yeah, we are. We do want to discriminate on race. Between affirmative action, DEI, and this racial gerrymandering thing, everything the Democrats support is now unconstitutional. You can't discriminate against black people, and you can't discriminate against white people. All people should be treated equally under the law.
All lives matter.
All lives matter.
Don't you dare.
And the Democrats are like having a panic attack. Why? Because the ruling goes directly at their entire ideology. This ruling says the government cannot use its power to help one racial group over another. The Constitution is designed to protect individual rights, not group outcomes. And so the government should not treat people as groups. They should treat people as people, not white people, not black people, as people. It should be a colorblind.
I have no fear of your administration, so I will say this for you. I don't support your actions of war.
Damn, Pope. What got into you? You're sounding like the guy in 2 Thessalonians, sitting in the temple calling himself God.
Huh? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4? Now you are labeling me as infidel. Instead, you are the one who's killing innocents, launching missiles, and escalating chaos. You're not on the right path.
Really? Is that right for a pope who says having nuclear weapons is okay and crime is okay in our cities?
I am just doing my job, which is preaching the gospel.
So what are you doing here? We are already Christians. Don't you think that preaching the gospel is what the Iranians need?
I didn't say that crime is okay and they are right, but you're not right too.
So now you're telling me to sit down and look at them when they are destroying and killing innocents? FYI, what if God has made America great to be a shield for Christians, a voice for the oppressed?
No way, that is not right.
What if it is? Anyway, Pope, with respect, let me tell you, why don't you work to unchain those Muslims from their misery instead? That's the right thing to do. Try to help them take off their towel from their head.
Donald, my son, go eat another Big Mac. I'll pray for your Twitter fingers.
Thank you, Father.
I have no fear of your administration.
Oh my God!
Because it's so funny.
What do you think of Whoopi Goldberg saying it's worse to be a black person in America today than a woman in Iran?
My district in the great state of Texas is actually a white majority district that President Trump would have won by 25 points. As I said, I'm a direct descendant of a slave. My great-great-grandfather was born on a Rosedown plantation. I am literally being judged not by the color of my skin, but by the content of my character. That's the progress, because like a lot of white people had to vote for me. A lot.
So wait,
so I don't even ever want to hear Whoopi Goldberg's conversation about how it's worse to be black in America right now. That's a bit far. And my father, who's 75 years old, he was a man that was in the French quarters that had to go get a sandwich to the back door of the building. And his son is now a United States congressman in a white majority district in Texas as a Republican. That is America. That's America.
Here, let's watch this because it's so
I asked my husband, when did you get so big? His confidence hits.
Well, sorry, Gila.
What are you looking at?
What the hell is this?
An F-15 was operating near the Iranian border, flying low and using the terrain for cover in order to stay hidden. However, to release its bunker buster bomb, the jet had to climb up above the valley. That move exposed it to a surface-to-air missile system on the ground, which quickly locked onto the F-15 and fired 2 missiles. The F-15 deployed countermeasures and managed to fool one of the missiles, but the other exploded close enough to knock the aircraft out of control. Both pilots ejected and landed in separate locations in the area. One of them activated his distress beacon as soon as he hit the ground and was able to make contact with the U.S. forces shortly after. To rescue him, the U.S. quickly dispatched 2 Black Hawk helicopters. At the same time, an A-10 Warthog that was operating nearby was diverted to the area to provide close air support for the rescue mission. How did the
F-16? Nope, that's not, is it?
F-18, ain't it?
F-18, thank you. High five.
In the middle of the railroad track, underground, and I knew there was no turning back.
Is that a MiG?
It might have been. I couldn't see it. That's fast.
It had front chines like the Fox bat, you know.
Sorry about the other camera. What's this?
250 years of freedom.
I'm not sure when.
Oh, cool.
You're playing Plants and Pipes?
Something like that.
That's crazy.
In 1982, a spacecraft landed on Venus and survived for just 128 minutes before melting away. But what it sent back from there in those 2 hours changed everything. The mission was called Venera 13. It was sent by the Soviet Union to do the impossible, land on the hottest planet.
Yes, it did.
Debbie Harry.
The pirate, he's a pirate, man. He's a pirate. Shoot the pirate.
Really?
That's what they're doing, shooting at the pirate. Dude, they're shooting at you, the pirate.
You can see the. Yeah,
this thing right here will not leave me alone. Don't get me wrong, I love my fluffy, clingy daughter.
What the hell?
Okay. Can you get up?
No.
I have to go shower. Come on.
Look at this guy.
Hey. Hey.
And I was never in church before that.
Hey.
Did you get all your shopping done?
Hello. I'll be back later. I'll be back later.
No, you're not, buddy.
This thing right here will not leave me alone.
Clingy kitties, man.
There's a dog out there. Keeps staring at him. Looks like he's waiting for someone.
You can't be here, buddy. Go on. Shoot. Go, go.
Cool. Gotta have fun on the job, people. No matter what the job.
Better remember that sleep, though.
People don't realize how tight and how close they were. You know,
It's extremely dangerous.
I mean, the whole squadron was tight. That was the best duty ever.
Why do American soldiers say they'd rather hear the sound of an A-10 Warthog than see a fast-moving fighter jet show
It's not
up
the
for
Warthog
support?
you want to hear the sound
A-10
of.
might
It's
look
that
slow and clunky. Some
minigun.
even call it ugly, but underneath it all, it's basically a flying tank. The A-10 was never built for speed or good looks. It was
It's a
built for
flying
one
tank.
reason, to
Tank
bring
buster,
ground
thank you.
troops home alive. Its engine sit high on the fuselage, letting
See,
it
that
fly low and
Warthog
slow for the
reminds me
battlefield without
of
sucking debris into the intakes. The twin tails will shield the exhaust from below, making it harder for heat-seeking missiles to get a look. The enemy might see
I
it
can see
coming, but
Corsair
taking
lines in
it
it. The wings
down
do
is a
sweep
whole
up.
different story. And then there's the main event, the Galway Avenger. 30 million cannon, it's ridiculously huge, longer than some small cars, and the entire nose of the aircraft was basically built around it. When it fires, the sound alone is enough to make the ground shake. But what really sets the A-10 apart is how much punishment it can take. During the Gulf War, one Warthog made it back to base with over 300 battle scars. Holes everywhere, still flying. That's why soldiers, pilots, and even members of
why they
Congress
call it the
fought
flying
for
sieve.
years to keep it in service. Some jets just look tough. Why do America
put the thing on so you can hear this?
Should have at least shown the
Please
guns
keep
going
Dr.
off.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s name out of your mouths. When he was a proud and unapologetic Black man fighting for equality for Black Americans and all marginalized people.
Wait a minute.
How about we'll quote whoever we want to quote? How about that's my First Amendment right? How dare a white Republican quote Martin Luther King? We actually had a congressman say that just now. And thank you, good lady, for once again exemplifying the type of oppression that we stand against. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. And we will continue to speak.
My daddy served in the army. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was a Billy O.T. The winds blew harder, bowed it down below.
Don't you remember days like these?
Memories. Oh, yes. Yes. Memories, buddy.
We'll take our leave and go.
Whoa.
She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her right whale bore.
That
The
rack,
captain
Jesus.
called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the letterman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. What will we
No,
do with the
thank you.
Look at Chase, like, I'm out of here.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, we have some good news and some bad news. And the good news is that, fortunately, we have a substitute violinist. The bad news is never played the violin before. So, is there a violin? And is there a violin? Oh, why does that not surprise me? Take this. Thank you. Excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, making his debut tonight with the Boston Pops is Professor Peter Schickley. Glasses on.
Is he wearing flip-flops? No, he's wearing Chuck Norris.
Okay, ready?
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is what to do if your dog hates nail trims.
Now that I would do.
You know, you only really see him when
We
they're
unlock
launching
private
jets on the
Joe,
carrier.
you
Like, uh-oh.
Joe, you fell asleep at the UN on camera, front row, mouth open.
I was resting my eyes, Jack. It's a technique, very advanced. Military guys do it. Corn Pop taught me.
Corn Pop taught you to snore in front of 40 world leaders.
That wasn't snoring. That was breathing with authority.
Joe, you fell asleep at the UN.
If you can't read your
They can fly. Oh, and they gone.
That is badass.
Look, Aldo Nova, man. Look at
Watch again.
yeah.
Ali rolling. RKO. Name is John C.
Brain crusher. That's how you play.
Oh.
Intercepted, man.
Intercepted.
Roman Reigns. RKO by Orton.
Oh, damn.
Unbelievable resurrection for the Undertaker.
Wow.
Roman Reigns. RKO by Orton. But Lesnar who's fading away. Brock Lesnar is fading. Unbelievable resurrection for the Undertaker. And unbelievable resurrection for the Undertaker. His name is John C. Watch again.
Why is this box
coming in?
That made my cheeks hurt, Joe. Stop that.
That was stupid.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go for this one.
We're past the break and everything.
Pickle.
What the hell are we dropping?
2.
You just dropped a missile.
Oh shit! Where's we drop missiles on?
Fire it up.
Caution.
F-16 targeted launches.
There it goes.
Somebody shooting at him.
Well, I wasn't able to take out the targets before they launched, but I'll be able to take them out permanently. Yep. Coming in. Pickle.
Oh no. Holy cow.
And I was like, what the hell did I get myself involved?
Killed it. Oh, it had a kitten too.
Watching cats ain't playing, man. What are we doing?
That's scary. Hey, slow down.
Oh, that's SpaceX? Yeah, cool.
I'm already feeling it.
Still on my action.
That would have been cool to see, I think.
Why is it
What
that,
was that?
Soviet weapons are relatively easy to replicate, while American weapons often leave engineers scratching their heads? The real answer isn't about classified blueprints. It's that the two were designed with completely opposite philosophies from the start. Soviet weapons were built with wartime mass production in mind. Take the classic T-62 tank, for example. Loose tolerances, machinable on standard equipment. If something broke, a soldier could fix it with a wrench, strip it down, and you could pretty much reverse engineer it without too much trouble. American weapons, on the other hand, are built for performance, often pushing technology to the absolute limit. Take the CX-47 Chinook helicopter, the flight logic behind its tandem rotor system, the manufacturing precision of its transmissions, the proprietary materials, none of that shows up on a blueprint. You could
This is probably the last time in your life you'll find a handcrafted cap at this price. Let me explain.
Ah, bullshit. I call bullshit. Yeah, that's the piece. I'm gonna come inside for a minute, man.
Look, I am a capitalist. I am not a socialist, certainly not a communist. But $1 trillion for one person. The question is, should there be an upper level? I don't know what it would be. It would probably peg to the gross national product, because that's kind of what we did when John D. Rockefeller approached 2% of the gross national product. They did change that law.
And he's in Confronting Evil, my book, Rockefeller.
Look, I am a capitalist. I am not a socialist, certainly not.
This is the best peppermill on the planet. Period.
What happens if you land on the wrong aircraft carrier? Quite a few pilots have actually found themselves landing on the wrong carrier. And when such a thing happens, U.S. naval tradition says that the crew members will do their best to not embarrass the pilot. But of course, not everyone follows that tradition. In reality, the carrier's crew takes full advantage of the pilot's navigational error and makes absolutely certain.
Did you know you landed on the wrong carrier?
For people who struggle.
Buddy, don't. Oh, buddy.
Can't go.
For people who struggled.
Greyhound. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, Greyhound can run.
Later. Oh, so
Hey guys, I gotta go. Good night.
Hey, good night, Sean. Thanks for hanging in.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Absolutely, man.
For all of you who get frustrated because Manchin and Sinema don't vote like true liberals, because they never were, or think Trump is as bad as it's going to get, remember the first rule of modern Republican politics. They always go lower, because this party has no bottom, unless you count Lindsey Graham. For all of you who get
clean your...
That's not a kitten.
Yeah, I think he found the wrong kitchen. Yes, I think we're in trouble.
How can I love when I'm afraid to...
Thank you, no leopards allowed.
The internet says you don't have to.
J.K. Simmons. Look at this critter.
Oh, no.
A lo que yo vine fue a esto.
Oh. That hyena has a broken jaw, guaranteed.
Hello.
That's fake.
Wow. No.
These fleas will make your home.
This is not a dog. This is the Belgian Malinois, the four-legged psychopath your neighbors warned you about. You didn't adopt a pet. You signed up for military service without the benefits. This beast doesn't hear sounds. It hears missions. Leaf falls outside. He's suiting up like he's invading another country. Walking a Malinois? That's not exercise. That's survival training. 1 second you're holding the leash. Next second you're water skiing across the pavement screaming, "My legs don't bend that way." And fetch? Forget it. They don't fetch balls. They execute hostage rescues with tactical precision. That tennis ball didn't just get retrieved, it got interrogated, debriefed, and put on a no-fly list. These lunatics will run up walls, somersault off...
Show y'all who the real king of the jungle is. Return of a time, fuckface. You acted like you were asleep, but you were lying. You almost got me. What's up, yo? Get your camera ready, because I'm about to show this cat these balls like a mat to you. Come on, Grandma. I'm begging you.
Whoa.
It's...
Oh!
Okay.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been.
What?
Ooh, the way that things have been.
No.
Second, don't you tell me what you think
that
I do.
She's
I'm
shooting.
the one at the center.
This can't be good.
My CEO. The master of my CEO.
This is why you don't hold a gun for any
Right in the forehead. I knew it.
Broken from a young age, taking my soul into the masses, writing my poems for the few that look at me, shooting me, killing me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the.
While you were here in protection, people. This one's an idiot. Take that gun away from her immediately.
I'm fired up and tired of
Reading the signs on my body.
What? Put it back on. Put it back on. Put it back on.
Reading the signs on my body.
What's wrong?
Oh, these fuckers.
Well, the cat has to use the couch too. Maya, you have to share. Maya, we have 3 animals in the house. You're one. She's one. And then we have your sister, Stormy. So we all have to share. You don't even loop. You don't even loop. What's wrong? Well, the cat has to use the couch too. Maya, you have to share.
If your dog eats grass, do this every day.
One guy here.
There was no help from you.
That's the fox bat. Yeah, that's Russian. What's that? Chinese?
No, that was a shadow jet. So,
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
So, whoops, get off. Well, maybe it'll close.
What? All right, there we go.
So, well, if it stops. So, when you were watching a jet go by, that gray color was the air, the forced air over the jet from where it was moving.
Yes.
So it made a complete outline of jet above the jet because of how fast it was going and how much force was against it. So it created a ghost jet.
900 miles an hour or something like that.
Yeah, but it created a ghost jet. So there's a jet. It's part of it, but it's not actually attached. It's crazy.
It's creating like a cloud that moves along with it.
It's basically what it is. It's just a high velocity cloud. What do you mean, Jerry? Jerry? No, somehow or another we skipped a break. It was Sean's fault. Since he's not here, we're gonna blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Sean's fault. I don't know why
Let
he
me
was
refresh
misbehaving.
the news page here and see if anything is broken. Ooh, Trump to downsize U.S. military presence in Germany 2 hours ago.
We talked about that. 5,000 troops.
And that's about it. Nothing really has passed as it broken out new.
Like there's nothing really going on.
Yeah. Kind of stagnant today.
Well, Jeffrey, there's we're at a ceasefire with the Iranians.
Yes.
As far as I know, there's no genocide going on in Palestine, but as far as I know, there's really nothing going on in Palestine at the moment. They started rebuilding. That's about the only thing going on there.
Is there an actual Palestinian state? Or as far as I know, only a few.
Not like there used to be. It's going to be different now. Well,
Only,
Trump
only
and
a few
Israel,
countries are recognizing it.
well, the thing is, Trump's changing the playing field. We're doing away with all these dictatorships. Matter of fact,
Oh, God.
think of it this way. If he keeps it up with Iran, they'll be gone. Venezuela's already changing. Cuba's already changing. So that only really big communist left is, China and North Korea.
But is China, not China, is North Korea communist or is it more like just a dictatorship?
Yeah.
Autocracy kind of thing.
It's
Because
more
it's
like
like
a dictatorship because of Kim
seems to
Jong-un.
have stayed
Yeah.
Yeah, it stays in the family kind of deal.
Yeah. So it's a communist stay in the family kind of deal. Jeremy, the daughter's getting it. Last we heard, that's who's inheriting, not the sister. Well, everybody thought the sister was going to get it because when Kim went into hiding after Trump embarrassed him and said, "I'll kill you,"
She kind of ran it.
She kind of took over, and she even went to the summit. But he said, "No, my daughter's getting it. You bitch." Yeah.
Either way, I don't think it sounds good for either Europe, Russia, or America.
I don't know. The daughter might be. I don't know. It's hard to say. Somebody somewhere along that's got to go on.
Look at the Marcoses from Philippines. The husband was in charge first, and then the wife took over, and she was worse.
It's true. Well, so if they could force North Korea into bankruptcy or something, then the only real communist country that would be left would be China. And you could force it into bankruptcy.
I think we're heading there right now, as we said at the top of the show.
If the world really wanted to, it can end communism once and for all. What doesn't mean there's going to be world peace.
Now there's a good segue. Is that Trump's overall goal, you think, with all this hullabaloo in Iran?
Trump wanted to bring the big players down. He said he was cleaning out just the swamp, but the world swamp, and that's what he's doing.
And I said, it looks like he's drained that area, the Middle East at least.
He needs to get rid of Carney in Canada. He needs to get rid of Stama in Britain. He really needs to get rid of German Stama. Yeah, Stama. Prime Minister Stama. I only remember his name because
Keir Starmer. Yes. Yeah.
I only remember his name because he's got the same name as the girl from Defiance. The white chick, the grayish white chick, whatever she was. That was her name too. Defiance. Yeah, Defiance was a game, then it was a TV show. Yes. Actually, it was an interactive game TV show is what it was. Yeah. The TV series is okay. It's like 3 seasons, I think. Yeah, it's just about some aliens that came here and tried to terraform Earth. Of course, it messed some stuff up. Some humans survived, some aliens survived, and it's a big, mess now.
Yeah, there's been quite a few good, successful shows with that kind of a theme. Falling Skies was a good one.
You know what, Jesse? Here, I'll tell you. Hold on. I know it's getting kind of late, so let me. Well, y'all know you're not allowed to let me get on them stupid vids. And there's a bunch of them I didn't play from well, that's the original racist one. Wait. Is this the one? Hold on. I might have to play this one. Oh, maybe not, since it's not seeming to behave.
I hear something playing. Did you want to put something up?
Nah, I was listening to it to see if it was worthless. Sorry about that, guys. It was it's just Kamala Harris. And it's not even a good Kamala Harris.
Is it just my imagination, or is she truly like delusional that she thinks she's that popular? I don't think she's as popular as she thinks she is, honestly.
She's an idiot.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think she's an idiot, but I don't think she realizes she's not as popular as she thinks she is.
No, she's going by whatever numbers they're giving her, and they're showing that her and Newsom are necky and necky, which may be true.
But only in California.
Wherever, it doesn't even matter. I mean, because I don't think either one of them can win the presidency.
Right.
This is that one from earlier. 34,000 dead people found on voter rolls. Prompt expert to slam Debs for resisting common sense cleanup. Yeah, every time something else comes out, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, what's this? We might want to play this.
What do you got? So I'm going to end the poll that I put up there. It looks like only
trying to get the damn
me
stop.
and one other person voted. 2 total.
Why would this thing stop?
I don't know. Nothing's coming up down here.
Oh, come on, Jake.
In small cases, it's using more advanced centrifuges. Your program is galloping forward. It is enriching at higher levels, 20%, even 60%. In small cases, it's using more advanced centrifuges. We're now down, based on published reports, to a few months. If this continues, if they continue to enrich at the levels and in the ways they're doing, it will get down eventually to a few weeks. So that is a concrete problem. We have an interest in putting that nuclear problem back in the box, because an Iran with a nuclear weapon, or with the ability to produce fissile material on very short notice to get one, is an Iran that's going to be an even worse actor.
Iran has rapidly accelerated its nuclear program and reduced cooperation with international inspectors. Their breakout period is down from about a year, which is what we knew it was during the deal, to just a few weeks or less.
Iran, the world's largest state sponsor of terrorism, has directly or by hiring criminals mounted assassination attempts against dissidents and high-ranking current and former U.S. officials, including right here on American soil.
The president will not tolerate attacks on American freedom, and neither will I.
Who are you?
Our teammates were killed by radical militias backed by Iran and operating inside Syria and Iraq.
Yes, it is true. Iran is closer to a nuclear weapon than ever before. If they chose to get a nuclear weapon, could probably get one within weeks.
Iran's nuclear program is galloping forward.
There y'all go,
it is enriching at higher levels.
That's what the Democrats, that's Democrats yourself hearing them from 2021 till 2025 saying about Iran and nukes. But now that, of course, something's being done about them, they're bitching. A little confusing.
Yeah, and but also, I mean, the other caveat is, and I don't think any of the news organizations suspect this. I don't think, and maybe Trump does. I don't know. Maybe that's why he's playing it so close to the hip. But there's still the strong possibility that they already have some of that material, strong enough to be weapons grade. And even if they don't, they have enough to make a dirty bomb. So it's scary one way or the other, because right now, it's in the air. Trump says it's buried underground. They keep holding back and, taunting that, if we get any closer, we put boots on the ground, it's going to be, the last mistake we make as a country. So they could be bluffing. They could have something up their sleeve. You never know. They're that sneaky.
No, they might, but right now it's looking pretty bad for them. It's not just, I mean, anything's possible, but I'm not feeling all that.
Until it's one of them. They scream, "My body, my choice," until they fire you for not taking the shot. They preach women's rights until biological men hijack girls' sports and locker rooms. They howl fascism until you post something they don't like. Then it's deplatforming and the FBI at your door. Rules for thee, but not for me. Welcome to democratic hypocrisy. Democrats want you to...
What's interesting about this chick is that she used to be the chick that got all the money for him. So she quit after the Harris campaign because she felt like she had been lied to. What the hell?
Well, yeah, I agree. I think she's probably more insider.
Antarctica has just set a new
you can think of.
So y'all been telling me how planets melting and Antarctica's melting and everything. Here y'all got for you naysayers out there.
Antarctica has just set a new cold record for the month of March. On Wednesday the 25th, temperatures at Vostok Station fell to minus 76.4 C, the continent's lowest March temperature ever recorded, with observations dating back to 1958.
Hey Google, how much
Clear
is
skies and low humidity allowed for
Celsius
intense
in
radiational
Fahrenheit?
cooling. March is usually just the start of the winter descent, with the most extreme cold typically coming in July and August, but not this year. Antarctica has never been colder in the month
You're
of
dead.
March. Antarctica has just set a new cold record for the month of March. On
negative 104 Fahrenheit.
Oh, here,
you
this
would
is
be
this
dead.
is interesting.
In
One of our other
1974,
shows.
workers in Romania dug up a metal
Aluminium.
wedge buried beside mastodon bones. They sent it to a lab. 89% aluminum. We didn't manufacture aluminum until 1825. The geological layer it came from, 40,000 years old. No official explanation has ever been published. In 1974, workers in Romania dug up a metal wedge buried beside mastodon bones. They sent it to a lab. 89% aluminum. We didn't manufacture
I don't know, man. What was this?
It was featured on.
Sitchin claimed to
prominently
have
featured
reinterpreted
on
Sumerian.
Wait, what does it say? I'm sorry. Samaria blasted in my ear.
Well, yeah. Sorry, you can start in a second. That wedge was prominently displayed on Ancient Aliens. I think they did the entire hour on that piece, or at least a good segment of it, like half hour of the hour show. And Eric and Giorgio both went. I think it's at a museum in Germany, and I kind of want to say Brandenburg, but I'm not sure. But they both speculated that it was like the tooth from an excavator bucket, like a bulldozer bucket.
Yeah,
and it does look like that. Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't mean it couldn't have got hammered down there some other way, but it's interesting.
Have reinterpreted Sumerian texts suggesting the Anunnaki were actually extraterrestrials from a planet called Nibiru. And according to him, these beings arrived on Earth over 400,000 years ago. He argued that they genetically engineered humans using hominids and their own DNA to mine gold for them, especially in regions like Africa. He believed Nibiru follows a
Gold,
highly
copper,
elliptical orbit
uranium.
and returns to Earth's vicinity every 3,600 years. Sitchin claimed to have reinterpreted Sumerian.
Way.
They recently, I don't know if you heard, Joe, and I haven't verified it. I literally just saw it, and I don't remember where. I see so many things flash by my Facebook and my television. But it seems they found. I just lost my train of thought. What did they just say about it? Was Sumerian? Oh crap! What did they find?
I know they're thinking there's another planet out there. Sure.
I did see a blurb about someone saying that they're Maurizio Cavallo. I think Preston posted that. He says that there's an alien race that contacted him, allowed him to take Polaroid pictures of them and their craft, but also told them that we're not 9 planets, but 12 planets in this solar system. 3 planets we cannot see. Pluto needs to be reinducted as one, but other than that,
one of the big wigs at NASA said he's working on getting Pluto brought back to its fame and glory.
Yes, I saw that too.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I mean, whether he can get it done, I don't know. The other Grace Tyson says, no, it's not a planet, people. It's a rock. That some bitch got 5 moons, man. What do you mean it's not a planet?
And it has an atmosphere too, and liquid water.
Yeah, some kind of like people. It's a damn planet. Leave it alone. No, it ain't. Mercury's a planet. Pluto's a fucking planet. That's all I got to say about it. Oh, this is all about UFO stuff down here. There's Dave.
Yeah, there's Dave.
And this is somebody else that got killed.
Yeah, that was the first scientist, I think. The one that was working on anti-grav.
Yeah, that's actually.
The number is now officially confirmed. It's up to 12 now.
It's
12 missing dead or strangely murdered, assassinated, suicided scientists.
I didn't read about this one. When the hell was this?
We are back with the Fox News alert. We can now report per U.S. Secret Service that an armed man in his 20s was shot and killed by U.S. Secret Service agents in the local sheriff's department at Mar-a-Lago after unlawfully entering the secure perimeter. Any minute now, we're expecting a press briefing out of Mar-a-Lago from the FBI, Secret Service, and local officials. So what we understand at the moment is that overnight, around 1:30 in the morning, a 20-year-old man armed with a shotgun tried to scale the north gate of Mar-a-Lago and was shot and killed. That's right. And, the Secret Service spokesman, Anthony Guglielmi, is tweeted this out just moments ago. In it, the details, as you mentioned, Charlie, he says that around 1:30 a.m., in his 20s, was shot by Secret Service and Palm Beach County deputy from the sheriff's office following an unauthorized entry at the secure perimeter at Mar-a-Lago. This was near the North Gate. And they add to it that this individual, whose identity is being withheld pending notification of next of kin, was pronounced deceased. We are back with the Fox News alert. We can now report per U.S. Secret Service that
it's weird.
Well, that was a couple months ago, though. Yeah.
I don't know. It just popped up on the screen today.
That's
Doesn't
just
give
searched.
you-
There's nothing live. Yeah, that's 5
It
months
doesn't-
ago, I think.
It doesn't give you any. Yeah, there you go. February 22nd, 2026. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a wrap. That's not what I was looking for. Yeah, we know about them UFOs. All right, UFO stuff's for another show, but all right, that puts us back to last week. Ooh, look at a pretty city in New Orleans, people.
Look at that downpour. Wow.
That's not even a bad one.
Somebody play the Doors real quick. You know what I mean? Riders in the Storm and all that.
The weekend before Jazz Fest.
Yeah.
That's what's going on right now is Jazz Fest after this weekend. I think this is the second weekend. That's Milani being pissed. Okay, that's none of this. It's not for none of these shows. All right, let's see.
So, for the night, I am on Sunday nights from 8
of these shows. Hey, I know this guy that was talking.
That was Shawnee.
It was Shawnee Manani. All right. I don't know, guys. We just wrapped that up, but let's see what we have. Hold on, I'll tell you what we got over here. Oh, that's doing it the hard way, actually. You take that off the screen so y'all don't have to watch that. There you go. You can watch us instead. Where was it? Let's see. Let's do it like this. This will make it easier this way. No, there was here it is. All right. So we already talked about the crumbling into disarray. China warns global order is near collapse.
If you want to throw it up, it's not presented here yet.
Oh no, this is just a list. This is all stuff you can go find from our website, or on YouTube or anywhere else, or Facebook. This is just a list of articles for the night. That's all it says. I'm just reading them off the list because I got it in front of me. It's so we were talking about that, and with the global order near collapse, and of course, Xi Jinping blames it on Trump. U.S. blockade, its market protects your portfolio. He's saying go out and invest before you don't have no money to invest. Science tried to talk to whales, and the son of a bitches talked back. It's a good clip. Y'all should listen to it. It's way too long for tonight's show, but maybe we'll play it tomorrow night. And Russia preparing for new invasion targeting 3 European nations. We talked about that earlier. Now, I was looking at this. This was the tsunami victims in Indonesia who actually saw a silver disc after the tsunami came by.
Wow.
It was interesting.
How many? A lot of people, or?
Yeah, it just says survivors, so it doesn't tell you how many. It just says the survivor saw it. So I would have to find.
They're implying plural, so that's cool.
Yeah. Iranian calls the U.S. late. Oh yeah, U.S. calls the U.S. late, then admits it can't hold on any longer. It needs the strait to be reopened. Pete Hegseth shuts down Elizabeth Warren in heated Senate hearing. He basically just told her to fuck off is what he did. So you don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They don't.
Let's see. Alien life on Earth comes from one single ancestor and is so much older than we originally thought. So they're taking every piece of life on this planet, putting it back to, I forgot what they call it, pre something ancestor, and it goes back like almost 2.5 billion years, which puts life on this planet way earlier than what we were taught. We were taught less than 1 billion years lifespan on the planet. They said it had to have all this time to
I always
cool
thought
down.
that, how can they know? I mean, after so many, after even just 1 million years, any advanced society's remnants would only be detectable in atmospheric tests. That's the only place you'd.
It's also a good read because it suggests that the new life form, whatever it was, they called it a LUCA something universal. Oh, it's interesting, Luca. It's interesting read because it talks about this thing was already fighting viruses from day one. I guess that's what made us spur on to mutate. Putin powerless as China tightens grip on occupied Ukrainian territory. We already seen the German gun, the Skynex. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Skynex.
Well, no, his Elon Musk's thing is, what is it? It's not Skynet. It's
no, the German thing we just watched a little while ago, Skynex.
Oh, the Skuberlik or something like that.
Yeah, it was SKYNEX. Skynex, that's what it is. Now shredding drones over the Ukraine. What's that, Christopher? We may be closer to aliens than ever before. That was also a good read article. Actually, that might be something we play tomorrow. Yeah, well, we played it today, but we ain't gonna have enough time. Military pilot UFO encounter story. That's something else we might play. Some of the stuff may end up getting used for our Wednesday show. Let's see. Trump's in Germany troops. Oh, wait, yeah. That's the one we were talking about. A threat to take people. The Pentagon is threatening to take troops out of NATO in several locations, including 5,000 troops out of Germany. Yeah, no, they lied about dinosaurs for years. New discoveries reveal dinosaurs are older and wiser than originally thought. Now we'll have to see about that. Oh, here you go. So who do we officially give credit for finding the Americas these days? Eric the Red? Is that who it is?
Well, I quote the Jomon people of ancient Japan were the first to discover the Americas. After the native people, whatever the native people were here first. We don't know how they got here. They just were here. But we can definitely say, we don't have to speculate on this. We can definitely say that the Japanese genome is separate from the Native American genome because they mix and they made a hybrid, which is confirmed by the Human Genome Project. So it has to be the earliest. The discovery of the Americas is approximately 12,500 BCE.
Well,
I'm sorry, that's just the genetic evidence is there.
Well, no, they recently found artifacts that suggest that the people who originally came here first were descendants or the ancestors of the Romans. They have artifacts to prove it.
Something populated the Americas first, and then they were encountered by the Japanese, and then they were encountered by the Vikings.
But when they talk about it, they don't talk about like islanders don't get credit for finding things. I don't know why, they just don't. If you look around the islanders, especially the Pacific Islanders, they were probably all over the place. They were probably on both sides of the ocean. They were. But they didn't get any credit for it because they just weren't established. Half of them didn't make it home. Even the ones that made it home, probably.
Tor Heyerdahl and the Kon-Tiki. He proved that the people of Melanesia had rudimentary, not even rudimentary. like advanced sailing and boat making skills.
We know that the mariners lived, but they were supposed to have lived 15,000 years ago. So, and that was a very advanced oceanfaring race. They probably were the Atlanteans. That's who they were talking about. But their name is actually the Mariners. And they were around for a long time. And they know now that they visited South America, Africa. They were all over the place. So they may have been some of the original forebearers. But still, when they talk about it today, they're only talking about, as far as Europeans go, So now that's going to be the Romans that found America. You don't. I know, Jeff.
I
I
still
don't write
disagree.
this
I'd
book.
say it's the Japanese. I'd say it's the Proto-Japanese culture of the
Japanese
Joe
don't
model.
count. They're because they're not a real species. They're just a tribe.
Completely disagree, but
They ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't make the rules. You're not disagreeing with me. You're disagreeing with science.
It's a prehistoric species that is it's proven in the genetic culture of. I mean, the Human Genome Project proved it. You know,
But see, that still wouldn't have meant they wouldn't have discovered it. They would have just been ancestors. That wouldn't have been the ones who discovered it. See, that's the thing. There's too many. The way America's work is much different than the other side of the world. You can tell by when you get into deep South America that they're not all related to the Native Americans. You know, they got a whole different genome down there. They got a whole different group. Plus, you get that whole group down there that's 98%. Oh, they're just different. They're a whole different group. So it's hard to take the Mesoamericans from South America and the Native Americans from North America and combine them into one. And then, of course, we know that the Alaskans were islanders in the beginning. So they may be cold now, but that's not how they started out.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, all of that's cool, but that's still
17,000 years ago, that area may have been lush, fertile rainforest like the rest of the northwest of Canada and America. I mean, it's lush, mostly unexplored, dense forest up there in that area. Northwest America, Canada,
once
Alaska.
the big prey animals started dying off, it became a much safer place for everybody.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
And even if they hadn't been like either flash frozen by the ice age, the swift advancement of the ice age for one thing, and if they hadn't also been largely hunted near extinction, they would have extincted eventually anyway, because the size of their bodies, as the amount of oxygen was being consumed by larger species that bred quicker and were sturdier, they would have, another 10,000 years, they would have been extinct anyway.
Well, no, they had plants on a planet that could keep up with them. It's just when whatever caused the climate to change, it caused all of that to die.
That's what I'm saying.
But if the climate wouldn't change, it wouldn't have mattered. They'd still be here.
A much higher volume of oxygen
Yeah,
concentrated.
and there was way more atmosphere back then. Matter of fact, they were talking about this
now.
They were talking about this, how much thicker oxygen was back there. In today's world, it would be dangerous.
It could support megafauna like that, large mastodons and dire wolves, bears and foxes and all that. Imagine a fox of the size of a horse.
The article is Roman artifact discovered in America shatters new world history as we know it. Yeah, that's the article. So you can go find it. Yeah. NASA chief vows to make Pluto great again. Jay and I were just talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Scientists pick up signal from deep space. And guess what? It's not meant for us.
Probably not, yeah.
Well,
nobody knows we're out here except for us and a few, scattered species.
Yeah. Wow. CNBC has stunned, truly incredible. U.S. job numbers plunged to 89,000, the lowest since 1960. Time to bet on Trump's economy.
What was that? You say the Dow?
That's it's what was it? No, it was the jobs. The unemployment fell. Yeah. And that's what they're saying. The CNBC host was stunned at how good the jobs report was. It's one of the things that's in the title, because the job report. Matter of fact, when you look at the economy, the only thing that's really horrible right now is the gas prices, and that's what's keeping the food up, because we got to get the diesel price back down, so food will come back the rest of the way. If you get diesel back to where it was before the war started, food will be half as what it is when we go into the midterms, which is bad news for the Democrats. So will gas. Not just that, if the war is over with and we've started to free countries and we can brag about it, I don't know. It's going to be rough. But I see the Fed didn't raise the rates or anything. He thinks the economy's strong too. Matter of fact, as far as I know, the only people who don't think the economy's strong is the Democrats. in the media, and if you're a Republican, you're not paying attention to what's going on. Yeah, well, it's tough that prices are up, but you still got to blame that on the last administration. That ain't gonna just come down overnight. And you got to blame Trump for the Iranian war. That don't help. Yeah, well, it's just one of them things. But still, he's got right now the lowest unemployment rate of Black Hispanics in the history for the second time. Highest wages for everybody. I mean, it's hard. It's just, diesel's so high, it's making everything
at the same time, though, I have to say even with those numbers, there are still lots of job opportunities out there. It looks like.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. There's lots and lots of jobs. They called it effectively we have bottomed out. So technically, right now there are more jobs than there are people.
That there's a lot of recent new hires, but there's also a lot of still available jobs.
Because that's what they're saying. Right now in the United States, there are more jobs than there are people to work them. So the unemployment's like 4.2%. Well, right there, you're maxed out. That's your little percentage. The real unemployment rate is more like 10 or 9%. But that's people that are out of work for different reasons. But that's what the actual is. It always is somewhere around 8 or 9%.
Well, is there a number for people who are out for disability that can, like injuries?
Yeah, they're on disability.
Kind of thing?
Yeah, they got their own. They got their own number for disability.
What about FMLA? I'm sure there's a lot of people that are doing well, that's a temporary thing, but it still affects the job market.
Disability in general is just disability, whether it's long term, short term, or somewhere in between. Then there's all these jobs like holiday jobs and all of that. They affect the markets in waves. But what's going on with Trump's
I would also think like a 6-month FMLA for a couple that are both working at the same manufacturing facility. They both take 6 months off for a child. Would tend to hurt manufacturing for that facility, thereby affecting A, the job market, B, the economy, and C, efficiency in production.
Yeah, but it would take more than two, though. Take more like 2,000.
That's what I'm saying. Overall, the country there has to be an effect by FMLA. Even though it's a temporary thing, there has to be a cause and effect by that.
Yeah, well, there is and there isn't because it's spread out. People don't take it together. Joe might be taking it here, Marsha might be taking it next month, Ken might be taking it.
True, but across the country, that adds up to millions of people per day, month, week.
No,
year,
probably a few thousand. It's probably not millions. It's because you got other things. You've got sick pay days, accumulated off days.
Yeah.
So so that's 14, 16, 21 days, not including vacation days. So all of that comes out of that mix. So you lose a lot of that because of those. They're paid days, so you don't get credit for a paid day. Only days you're not paid for. So the economy's strong. Any way you look at it, jobs market's strong. Really and truly, if you live in a blue state, you're getting pretty screwed pretty hard. I was listening to some people today talking about moving out of Pittsburgh and New Jersey and New York because it's just fucking ridiculous. Matter of fact,
there are several commercials. Number one, the commercials they pick out Virginia, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York, and I want to say Massachusetts are all across the country paying 25 to 55% more on car insurance than anywhere else in the country. And of also those same states, they pull out Pennsylvania, Maryland, Ohio, and I want to say New York again too are paying the highest in energy costs per capita.
There's a lot of. Well, you can tell energy costs. All you have to do is look around to see what's going to cost. See, California don't have to have high energy prices, but California elected to get rid of all of its refineries. So now it's got one refinery trying to pump oil for 40 million people and households and everything else. But if they would have kept the way they were doing it with their deal from Alaska and the pipeline and from everywhere else, their prices wouldn't be that bad right now. But they got all those crazy taxes, and so you got to pay tax on your car, tax on your fuel, tax on your other fuel, tax on the other guy's fuel. It's fucking ridiculous. That's why gas out there is, well, when I left, it was $6.65 a gallon. And where I live in California, $6.65 a gallon.
Oh my God. Was that the 89? Or the 87?
Yeah, that's just regular old gas.
The lowest one, yeah. So that was 669. So probably like the 97 or 93 or whatever it is, the highest octane is probably like the $10 or $12 range.
Yeah, you could find gas in LA from $5.75 to $7.05.
Jesus.
So I mean, it was ridiculous, and it's still high here. It's still in the threes here. I think it's like 310 or something, 315, but it's it'll go below that.
And I think the average countrywide is $4.45 a gallon. They announced that this afternoon. They may have gone up or gone down since.
Yeah, you never know.
That's yeah. I mean, it's going to be a fluctuating thing, especially as things develop or not develop in the Strait of Hormuz.
Okay, somebody else sent me. Okay, sorry. Well, hopefully the Hormuzi thing will stay under control. And I still don't know why we're paying higher prices for fuel and none of our fuel comes out of the strait.
Why are OPEC barrel prices affecting our barrel price?
Yeah, especially since now we're the ones selling.
If you're pulling a product off of a tree, who sets the price? You or some other country or group of countries that controls the market on that product? Right? I mean,
well, see, OPEC and them usually set the prices. They're saying that
for their oil companies. So why does it affect ours?
And they're saying it's because the insurance companies are charging so much. That's all fine, but they're not charging us that because we don't have any ships going through there. I don't understand why the media is not all over this. They're like, no, let the oil companies make their money.
Well, I mean, it makes no sense. It's kind of like the Federal Reserve Bank. It's not a federal institution. It's not a government institution. It's a private organization run by European banks and European interests.
Oh, I can tell you why
they arbitrarily set our various percentage rates at the whim of their own whenever they want to. It seems the same kind of control is going on here with the oil. It makes no sense whatsoever.
I can tell you why they're doing it. It's for two reasons. One, one is it to make us look equal because we don't want the Europeans to be getting screwed and we're paying, $60 a barrel.
Gasoline by the gallon, or not by the gallon, by the tank in some countries over there.
So the thing about it is we have to look equal. We can't because we started the war. We can't be getting benefit from it, which we are, by the way, because we're selling all this oil now.
Equal if we're paying $4.45 for the same products that other countries are paying 15 cents a tank for.
No, not the Europeans or the Chinese. They're paying way more than we are. Europeans,
but some of these countries, like the European, like European, Europe, like some of the Saudi Arabian countries, they're paying 15 cents a gallon in some places. That's ridiculous.
That's different because they live right there in oil country, and technically in Louisiana, Louisiana, you pay $2 a gallon less in Louisiana than you do living up north. Just because we live in oil country.
Most of the coastal cities are going to be that way. Savannah, Georgia,
it's because it's oil company. That's all. Because Texas and Louisiana produce all the oil in the country, and they're all right there by each other. So if you live in not Plaquemines and Shreveport, even right now you're only probably paying $2.25 a gallon for gasoline.
What are your gas prices now where you're living?
Right here, I think they're 3.10.
3.8 in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, to be precise. $2.80.
I can look because I haven't been out in a car in a couple of days, in like a week or two, but. It's let's see. Somebody the other day said they were below 2, but like I said, I haven't been out. If I can get this thing to come up, I'll tell you. Come on, Day. Just tell me Shell. Okay, here we go. Okay. Bay, there we go. Let's see what it says. And the coast is weird because it varies in different places. The closer you are to the refinery, the cheaper your gas is down here. It makes a difference. So right now, the lowest you can find it around here is 308. The highest is 370. Wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah, it's about the same as Savannah, Georgia. 308. No, not 308. 3.8 was the average.
Let's see. It's strange. And then sometimes it's cheaper up here, sometimes it's cheaper in New Orleans. It's and you never know which one it is. It's just certain times
Isn't New Orleans closer to more oil pumping stations out in the Gulf than
yeah,
Gulf
so
Breeze is?
the Ames Shell station, one on Ames Boulevard in Marrero, is $2.41 a gallon. Shows you the difference right there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of refineries around. That's why it's so damn cheap. And even downtown in the city, it's only $3.30. And the shit is usually a good 80 cents, 90 cents higher than everybody else. So it's but under Trump's first term, we've seen gas that got to $1 a gallon again.
I think when he left, the average, most places reported between $1.85 and $1.92. I think it was closer to like $1.88, $1.89 roughly, but under $2 you can legally say, because it's 11 cents less.
Yeah, so Venice, Louisiana, it's $2.69. A lot of places it's $3.49 there. It's a lot of jumping around. Guess you got to know what your favorite gas station is. Now we're getting ready to get out of here, Bruce. But I don't hardly drive anymore. Yeah, usually I know I could tell you exactly what the price was because I've seen it every day. No, I haven't been driving that much. Oh, let me see. Let me see if there's anything left on the list, and then we'll go. Hold on. Let me see. Iran war is coming to the British streets. That was interesting. It's yeah, well, the Brits don't want to get involved, so I guess the people bringing the war to the Brits. Let's see. NASA makes major new discovery on Mars. They found water again.
Really? Okay, cool.
China is trying to hold itself together. Cracks are getting worse and worse in their economy. There was 4 different ones on China's economy tonight. Scientists discover something faster than light.
Well, okay.
That's all we get because we got to watch the whole article. We're going to be able to do that tonight. So it was pretty good, though. We'll play it tomorrow night. Lost city deep beneath the ocean is unlikely anything seen before on Earth.
Really? That's intriguing.
Yeah, so we'll check that one out tomorrow, too. So that's good stuff y'all can watch with us tomorrow because people be out of time. It's like 12:30. Jay's he's turning into a pumpkin. He's getting orange. Yes.
I'll get lines on my face, and then it's going to get ugly.
I am going to get a chocolate custard eclair, Bavarian cream, I guess. No, it's custard.
Yeah, again, make sure it's got that custard in it, not that vanilla cream. You ordered an eclair, not a Twinkie.
Hey! I like the ones with the white cream in them too. Now, man.
Well, then it's not an eclair. That's a Danish.
It's an eclair. It's the cake that makes it the eclair.
Chocolate eclairs are traditionally French custard, French vanilla custard.
No, the eclair is the thing, the cake, not the filling, just the thing. The holder is the eclair.
Well, hell, if you want vanilla cream, if you all you care about is vanilla cream, just go across the street to the convenience store, get some.
And down here, you can get the regular. It's not really a Bavarian cream, but it's more like a custard. And then you can get it's a white, like really light whipped cream they put in it. It kind of feels weird because when you pick up it's
more between eclair, like icing and whipped cream than anything else.
Yeah, it's even less. It's probably closer to just whipped cream because when you pick it up, it feels really light. But then they make a chocolate pudding one. It's filled with chocolate pudding, so you get any one of those 3. Just depends what kind of mood you're in. But traditionally, most people get the one with the custard. People, you don't know what an eclair is. I don't know what part of the world you're living in. So you heard the president was giving the king shit the other day about it wouldn't be from America. Y'all all be speaking German. So he was doing his speech yesterday or today, and he goes, "If it wouldn't be
speaking French."
Yeah, that shit was great. I said, "Oh, that was good, man." Yes, we don't want to be speaking French.
No.
Jimmy, hopefully the Germans and French will get back and be. Problem for Europe is right now, America's the bully, so everybody wants to pick on America. So they're all together just hating on America. But once America leaves and takes all of its stuff and goes away, they'll go back to hating on themselves like they had been doing for, well, thousands of years before that. At least 2,000 years of bloody history between Italy and Spain. And, well, let's see, France had a fleet, Italy had a fleet, Spain had a fleet, England had a fleet. Each one took a turn blasting the living shit out the other one.
Everybody had it. I mean, even the smaller countries on the north coast of Africa had fleets.
Well, if you were going to get around, you needed a fleet back in the day.
Yeah.
Well, there's still a few kings and queens around. Yeah, hidden monarchies. I mean, in Morocco still got a king or a queen or something. No, I think there's more than just that there. No, the Danish, I think, are like the Brits. They got a royal family, but they let their government rule it. Someone asked the other day, how upset would the British people get if the king said, hey, stop following the government? Another British friend of mine said, well, Joe, they'd just put you in jail for that. I'm like, wow. I said, the Europeans and Americans might take a dim view to that, my friend. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you better think twice about doing that. He's like, you don't think? I said, I most certainly do. I said, I think America would get offended. You better not do that. You might consider that an act of war, putting the king in jail. They're like, well, they're not your king.
Well, I mean, at one point, wasn't it? I think it was Angela Merkel. Did she not threaten if Trump stepped foot onto European soil, she would have him arrested?
Yeah, well, fortunately for her, she don't have any. Yes,
first term. Yes, no. I mean, come on, remember that? That was crazy.
Yes, and then he put her in her place, and then she had to apologize to him because she found out that he was right and she was wrong. I still remember that. She was on that speech in Germany that day, and she said, "No, Mr. Trump was right. The amount of people let in was too much, too fast." She said it was out of control, and it's still out of control. The Europeans are still paying for it. And again, there's 100 million more of them than us, and they make the same amount of money we do. I don't know why we're paying for everything. The problem is they're going to have to make a choice: social programs or defend yourself. Right now, it's social programs because America defends you. And then the bitches got greedy, wouldn't even put up 2%. They wanted to, no, Trump's like 5%. They're like, no, 2-3%, no 5%. No 5%, no NATO. How's that? I agree with him. Oh, Randy, we're going to go, but look, you can ask him tomorrow, but NATO is on rocky road. Yeah. I don't think they'll get rid of it completely.
If we pull out, I guarantee you, not only does it collapse, but they have no defense against Russia. And
well, no, we're not.
That may be the catalyst that Putin opened the door for World War II.
We're not going to pull out because it's in our vested interest to stay, but because you have to remember,
no, it's in their vested interest we stay.
No. We have short range tactical nukes there. It is in our interest to stay. We can take out Russia before
he's going to take those with him, right?
If we leave, but right now we have them there, and that's very important because we can hit any place in Russia in under 10 minutes.
They can't strike us as quickly as we can strike them. That's the advantage, yes.
Well, it's not just that; it's the fact that it being that close, if we know there's a missile silo somewhere or an area where there's some missiles in the woods, we can blanket the area with the MIRVs and take out the whole area and take those missiles out with them. We couldn't do that from the U.S. because by the time they got close, they would have already launched their missiles. So from where we are right now, we can get there. We can get there quick too. And we got some other stuff hidden over there, some other resources. And I don't know what subs we got where.
We have at least 3, I would say, probably more, but there's at least 3. And then Trump did say that one of them. Well, I think he just said subs. I don't know if he gave a number, but he said they launched something like 35 missiles from submarine, which were also very successful. Needless to say.
He was blowing shit out of everything. But anyway, guys and girls, we're going to get out of here, and I'm going to go get a snack. No, I'll be back tomorrow. We got the Arthur's Quill, and then we've got
the chat.
Yes, John's waiting on me to send him email. So if you're interested in that piece of artwork, send me your email. Yes, just post an email to my iCarCox.net. And tomorrow when I see him, I'll give them all to him, and he can send out to whoever he wants to. I was actually invited to that, Bobby. It was yesterday. It's the 35th anniversary of their museum. Yeah. If I'd have been in LA, I always enjoy going to the museum. Well, just put it this way: L. Ron Hubbard was a very interesting character. It's when you follow his life from a young man, he was definitely an explorer. He was definitely an adventurer. He had 3 different flags at the Explorers Club. By the way, you can't even get in the Explorers Club. You have to be invited to join.
Really?
You have to be invited to join. 3 different groups of the
Is
club.
that David Hatcher Childress's club?
I don't know whose club. That's way from. It's got to be from the 1800s or somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well, David Hatcher Childress has a club that sounds similar to that.
Yeah, because I'm a member of the Who's Who, the Monarch Who's Who. I was asked to join about 12 years ago. Man, they put you through a bunch of bullshit to join too. Well, Jenny, they do that because you get to be put in a database, and for like I was in construction for a long time, but when I got out, so now it's just media. Well, because other people in the field or just different things. It's like it's an easier way to make connections. Yeah. So if you've ever watched those old sci-fi movies and you hear them talking about the colleges and the explorers clubs, that's what they're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. What was it? Edinburgh, I believe. No, there was I can't remember the name of it now. That was out of Edinburgh though. I don't know why. I'm just drawing a blank. That's a TV show, doofus. It's not. No, I know what you're talking about, but it's a TV thing. I'd have to look. Well, so the Explorers Club back in the day was so that groups of people could get together and go exploring different things. Colleges would fund them. Rich people would fund them. They would get grants for stuff. Yeah. It was a way of back in the day of getting things done. Today we have the internet and other means, and yeah. I want to say it was like 1900. Let's see. It was. Give me a minute. I'll think some names for you right quick. I can kind of half-ass remember the history. I know the formation was somewhere around 1904 because it was 120-something years old. I know it was in New York. And I know there's not that many members, probably under 4,000 members, because they're kind of selective and they're kind of exclusive.
And yeah, I think you probably have to be kind of rich to, participate too.
Let's
on top
see.
of that.
A group of men, activists, explorations met the request of a noted journalist, historian, and explorer Henry Collins Walsh to form the organization to unite explorers in the bonds of a good fellowship and promote the work of exploration. There y'all go. And there's a pretty prominent list of people in here that helped form it and get it going, including Theodore Roosevelt. And the Prince of Monaco is in there. There's quite a few people in here. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. People, they liked to explore back in the day. And each group had its own flag, and when you explored your flag, once the mission was over, the flag was put into place. Yeah, well, like in the Navy, each company gets its own flag. And then, like we were the River Rattlers. Well, actually, the company I was in was something different. We had our own flag, and then we had the River Rattlers, which was a squadron of A7 Corps 2s I was attached to. And then when I was transferred to what you call a duty, was transferred to a different squadron, and then when I went back to the Nimitz, they reattached me to the A7 squadron, which wasn't on the Nimitz. So, yeah. So I just worked with. I was like a freelance then. That's why I got to launch and do all kind of other stuff. Because my squadron was still in Louisiana. Because it wasn't always on the ship. It was a reserve squadron, so they weren't always on the ship, but they still needed you out there learning how to do all the shit. Yeah, well, we did touch and goes from bases, but it's different on the ship. It's much more close quarters. You've got to learn how to trust everybody. You have to learn the hand signals because you really can't hear shit over those things in your head. It's like somebody screaming white noise. Yeah, it's like when you see him go like that, that means all's good and launch away. All's clear. Anyway, we got to get out of here. Yeah, you watch him, you'll see it. One thing you'll always see the shooter do is pilot can't launch unless he sees that salute, regardless if he does that or not, which means all clear. Hey, it's the rules are the rules, man. They were strict about that fucking salute and shit. I'm not talking about if the officers had to do that anyway. And that was the hardest thing for me when I got promoted. When people started saluting me, I was like, what? I always wanted to stop and say, no, I'm enlisted, but I wasn't at that point. It just felt weird. Yeah, it just felt weird. But anyway, we're going to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio and the news on the flip side with Jay and I and Sean, or the other Jay, the J and
J number 3.
Yeah. So. Well, we were going to change his name to the triple J's, but it would have had to be double JS or some shit, or SJS or something. That just didn't sound right. And it's like Jackass Society or something. We didn't want to have that kind of name. No, anyway, we're going to get it. Again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in United Public Radio. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Of course, any moans, groans, bitches are great. Feel free to write to, who I think you should write to? Jeffrey Pritchard.
Yes.
Right?
He doesn't get enough mail.
He does not. He was just saying how lonely he was the other day. Y'all should write to Jeffrey and say, Jeffrey, we love you and we care about you and we want to bake you cookies and all kind of stuff. Yeah. Telling y'all really should. Anyway, again, thanks for tuning in to News on the Flip Side, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum.